Allison, you parked your car on my property again. My, aren't we observant? By the way, do you think you could maybe pull your car a bit further in next time? It makes it hard to get mine out onto the road with yours parked there. Excuse me? Allison, you realize that's my property, right? You parked there without even asking yet again. How many times do we need to go through this? Oh, please. Emily, it's just parked temporarily. You're acting like I built a house on your lawn or something. That spot's totally empty and unused anyway. It's not unused, Allison. We bought that land specifically so we could expand our farming. Do you have any idea how annoying it is when your car's parked exactly where we're trying to work? Farming. More farming. Seriously? Emily, every direction I look, it's just dirt and tractors. Honestly, it's depressing. Why don't you just pave that area already and make a nice, practical parking lot? Are you hearing yourself? Allison, it's our private property, not some public parking space for your convenience. Oh, come on. You should thank me. I'm giving you an incredibly helpful suggestion right now. A parking lot would make life easier for everyone around here. Think about it. No more mud, no more weeds. It's an absolute upgrade. An upgrade? Allison, this isn't about convenience or upgrades. It's about basic respect. Not to mention property rights. You can't just casually park wherever you feel like because you think the space is empty. Emily, relax. We're neighbors after all. Shouldn't we help each other out sometimes? You're not even using that spot right this minute. A little generosity never hurt anyone. Generosity? You park on my land without asking, suggest I bulldoze my farm, and somehow you're the generous one? Allison, honestly, sometimes I wonder what planet you're living on. Wow, okay, rude. No need to overreact. I'll move it eventually, no big deal. This is why people around here never make progress. You're all allergic to change. No, Allison, we're allergic to neighbors who think the world revolves around them. Honestly, it's exhausting having to explain basic manners to you over and over. Just move your car immediately and stop parking on my property. It's really not complicated. I keep telling you I'll move it eventually. You seriously need to chill out. I'll chill out the second you stop treating my property like your personal driveway. Move your car, Allison, now. Look, Emily, since you're clearly upset about this parking situation, let's talk money. You people can't get enough of that stuff, right? Name your price. I'll pay it. And by the way, you should consider yourself lucky I'm even offering. I don't have to be this generous. Are you serious, Allison? You can't just wave cash around and expect me to be grateful. That's not how this works. Oh, please, Emily, let's not pretend you're not interested. It's easy money, and I'll have no problem paying you whatever measly amount you could ask for. My husband earns over $100,000 a year. Paying you for a patch of dirt isn't exactly a hardship for us. Wow, Allison, you honestly think money fixes everything, don't you? Again, this land isn't just some patch of dirt. It's for farming. It's literally our livelihood. Oh, come on now, don't exaggerate. Farming, please. Anyway, I'm not asking for the whole thing, just enough space for my car. Oh, and room for my kids' bikes, too. Maybe a small storage shed, if we can manage that. You've got to be kidding. So not only do you want to park illegally, but now you're planning to put a shed on my property, too? Do you even hear yourself right now? Yes, Emily, I do, and I think I'm being perfectly reasonable. You, on the other hand, are being a bit of a brat. I mean, really, you could be making easy money instead of obsessing over a piece of land you're barely using. I would like to be using the land right now, but unless you move your car, we can't till the field. The answer is no. You may not park your car on my land. Not today, not tomorrow, never. My land isn't for sale or rent or whatever ridiculous idea you have next. Move your car! Oh my God, Emily, you are so stubborn. This is exactly what's wrong with rural people like you. You're all so small-minded, clinging desperately to your poverty and outdated lifestyles. It's pathetic. Excuse me? Allison, you're on my property without permission and somehow I'm the pathetic one? What kind of warped logic is that? All I'm saying is that if you had an ounce of vision, you'd take my offer and improve your lifestyle. Honestly, your resistance just screams jealousy at my family's success. Jealousy? Oh, that's hilarious, Allison. If success means becoming someone who thinks they can bully their neighbors with money, count me out. Now, I've tried to be polite, but you're seriously pushing it. Move your car off my land immediately. Or what, Emily? You'll keep yelling at me? Because threats from a stubborn country girl aren't exactly intimidating. No threats, Allison, just a promise. If you don't remove your car immediately and stop trespassing on my property, you'll leave me no choice but to take appropriate legal action. And trust me, no amount of money from your supposedly high-income husband will protect you from that. Allison, what on earth is happening here? Why are there dozens of cars parked all over my property right now? Explain yourself immediately. Oh, relax, Emily. Didn't I mention this already? I invited some of my friends from the city out here for a vacation. They'll be parked there for just a few short days, 3 days tops. 3 days? Are you serious, Allison? There are at least 30 cars parked on my property. Do you have any idea how completely insane that is? There you go, overreacting again. We're spending the weekend at that lovely mountain resort nearby. My driveway couldn't handle this many vehicles. Your empty land was just the obvious choice. You really should feel honored. Stop patronizing me, Allison. We have already been through this. You can't just invite half your social circle and dump their cars on my farm. If it weren't for our history together, I might have been willing to let you use that lot for a few days. But I have made it repeatedly clear that you do not have my permission to park there. Oh, please, permission, consent. It's all semantics. The cars are there now anyway. Besides, I did say I'd pay you generously. Surely a bit of cash in your pocket makes this worthwhile. This isn't about your money, Allison. What is it going to take to get that through your thick skull? Do you have any idea how psychotic this is? You're invading my property like a medieval warlord. Emily, let's keep things civilized. You seem really worked up. I'll compensate you properly after the weekend. In the meantime, can you just stop fussing and bear with it for a few days? It's really not that big a deal. You are not the one who gets to decide what is or is not a big deal when it's my property that we're talking about. Move every single one of those cars right this minute, or else. I am not kidding. Emily, dear, that's impossible. We're already on the bus. We can't turn back now. You'll just have to wait. In 3 days, your precious land will be empty again, okay? Problem solved. You think I'm going to sit around and let you disrespect my home and livelihood for 3 days? You have crossed a line. Oh, stop being dramatic. It's temporary. Think of it as helping people experience the rural charm you love so much. Seriously, just relax. We'll talk compensation later. I promise I'll make it worth the trouble. You know what? Fine. If this is how you insist on handling things, then I'm done being polite. Consider this my final courtesy. You had better make alternative arrangements to get home after your precious little trip, because you are not going to have as easy of a time getting home as you think. Oh, please. Are you threatening me now, Emily? Let's not make things ugly. I told you before, around these parts, we don't do threats. This is just a friendly heads up. Actions have consequences. You chose your actions, and now you'll have to accept them. Emily, what the hell is going on? There's a trench around all the cars. What is this? Oh, hey, Allison. Welcome back. I hope your little country escape was relaxing. As for the trench, yeah, landscaping weekend. You're joking. Please tell me you're joking. That trench goes all the way around the cars. We can't move anything. Are you seriously trying to trap us? Trap you? No, not at all. I just wanted to install proper irrigation lines. It's farmland, remember? You said you wanted a real country experience. Well, congratulations, you got one. This is revenge! Don't play dumb! That trench wasn't here before. You dug it after we parked, and you did it on purpose! I had every right to work my land. I borrowed a backhoe from my cousin and did all the work myself. And not to toot my own horn, but it's a pretty well-done trench. A masterpiece, really. You have lost your mind! You can't trap other people's property like this! I'll call the police! This is vandalism! Maybe even theft! Oh, by all means, call them. I'd love to walk them through the illegal parking, broken fencing, ruined soil, and other damage you caused. I'd also love to show them our text message history. It would be very illuminating. I never destroyed anything, and it's not like I didn't offer to pay. You said you'd think about it. That's not even close to true. You threw money in my face, and I said no every time. You didn't care. Emily, please. My husband makes over $100,000 a year. We're not lowlifes. I was going to make it right. Still going on about your husband's income? This isn't about money. It's about trespassing and your city slicker entitlement. You're enjoying this, aren't you? You actually wanted to humiliate me. No, I wanted you to respect my boundaries. You didn't. So I respected my own. That land is mine. I'll use it however I see fit. You left 30 cars in the middle of it. You're going to regret this. I swear, Emily, you have made a very bad enemy. If defending my property makes me your enemy, I'll sleep just fine. Maybe don't come back. Ever. Oh my God, fine. I'm sorry, okay? There. Happy now? I apologized. Can we move on? Wow, that's your apology? No acknowledgement, no remorse, no ownership. You just dropped "I'm sorry" like it meant nothing. I said the words. That's what you wanted, isn't it? No need to drag this out to feel powerful. I don't need power, Allison. I just think someone who lied, trespassed, and humiliated 30 guests should sound less smug. What do you want from me? Should I crawl to your front door sobbing for forgiveness? Honestly, that'd be a start. Maybe throw in some groveling while you're at it. Yeah, I like that idea a lot. You come down to my farm, personally, get on your knees in my freshly manured field, and maybe then I'll consider forgiving you. You're insane! I'm not humiliating myself just to please some bitter farm girl with a chip on her shoulder. And there it is, the real you. Arrogant, entitled, incapable of admitting when you're wrong. So familiar, so exhausting. I'm warning you, Emily. My husband earns over $100,000 a year. He has connections. He knows people. I'm warning you, if you keep pushing, there will be consequences. Hate to break it to you, but $100K a year isn't all that impressive around here, especially not for someone with a farm as big as mine. Oh, please, you expect me to believe a bunch of backwater farmers are making that kind of money? Believe what you want, but your husband's income isn't a magic wand. If you want to play ball, I'll play ball, but we're playing country style. You're just enjoying this because you finally have a little leverage. Let's see how smug you are when my lawyer comes knocking on your door. Talk to whoever you want. I've got every text, every photo, every timestamp, screenshots, evidence, and more patience than you. Anyway, I've given you my terms. Come and kneel down in my manure patch and give me a sincere apology. Then I'll help you get your cars out. Until you're ready to start kneeling, we've got nothing to talk about. I thought the story would end with the trench, but it seemed that Allison still had one last performance in her. She showed up at my property, flanked by her little club of metropolitan menaces, all dressed like they were headed to a brunch at a tacky restaurant. She thought numbers would intimidate me and that I'd cave under pressure. Well, she grossly underestimated how stubborn a country girl can be. I laid it all out, every message sent, every boundary crossed, every trespass she pretended didn't count because she smiled while doing it. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't need to. The truth did the heavy lifting, and the silence of her gilded gang showed how much it hurt. Her friends turned on her on the spot. They were all totally mortified. You could see it in their faces. They finally realized who they'd been backing. By the end of it, the once high and mighty Allison was sobbing in the dirt, knees stained, and begging me to forgive her. Since my conditions were met, I helped them get their cars out. I built a little bridge with my backhoe and some steel plates. But I warned her, one more stunt, and the next time, there wasn't going to be any warning. She didn't listen. A week later, she came back with a bunch of bags of salt loaded into her 4-door sedan. I guess she was planning to sabotage my field with that salt. Not that the 3 bags she brought would have gotten her very far. She was caught right as she ripped open the first bag with a brand new box cutter. One of my cousins filmed the whole thing and sent it to the entire farming co-op. And that was the final straw for the last person who still had her back. Her husband snapped. He filed for divorce, took the kids, and left. Allison's gone now. For good, I hope. And me? I've got my land, my fences, my peace. And most importantly, quiet.
You've got to be kidding me, Sherry. You're at Jason's again? It's like clockwork at this point. Every single weekend you go and stay with your older brother.
Obviously I am. Who else is going to keep that place from turning into a biohazard if not me? The man thinks disinfectant is a personality trait.
Be that as it may, he's still a grown man and a married one. He can manage his own damn life without his little sister playing house.
First of all, Emily's not even there. She went back to her parents' place so they could help her out once the baby is born. So, technically, I'm not intruding, I'm filling in.
Wait, what? Since when? You didn't say anything about that.
Oh, oops, guess I forgot. She left last month. I guess she said something about wanting to be with her mom. It would make it easier for her. Which, whatever, fine. But since Jason's been a wreck ever since...
Seriously? She's gone for a few weeks and suddenly he's helpless?
You have no idea. The man puts frozen peas in the toaster. He thought deep clean meant spraying Febreze on his curtains. I found a raw egg in his sock drawer last night, Nate. A whole egg, just sitting there.
That sounds like a him problem, not a have your married younger sister move in with you problem.
He's not just my brother, okay? He's my best friend. He helped me get through high school. He fixed my first flat tire, scared off that creepy guy at prom. And now his wife ditches him the second she sees 2 pink lines, and you want me to just ignore that?
Oh, come on. Emily didn't ditch him. She's preparing for childbirth. It's not a crime to want your mom around.
Yeah, well, maybe he's falling apart and nobody's stepping up but me. His energy's all over the place. He's not eating right. His spreadsheets look like someone fed them through a blender. You think that's good for his career?
What about your responsibilities? You haven't cooked a meal at home in weeks, and I'm the one folding your yoga pants now.
Exactly. You're amazing and independent and totally capable of surviving without me, which gives me the freedom to step in for someone who's clearly not.
So now I'm being punished for being functional?
Oh, relax. I made Jason chicken parm, and I've got to bleach his bathroom tile before bed. I'll swing by home tomorrow unless he needs help with the Zoom background again. He said it to an anime beach last time and thought no one would notice.
All right, whatever, but for real, this is not normal, Sherry.
It's family, Nate. Maybe try being a little less selfish about it.
Sherry, please tell me you're not at Jason's again.
Why wouldn't I be? I'm packing his suitcase for that business trip tomorrow. His idea of preparation is throwing socks at a duffel bag.
How many times do I have to say this? He's a grown man with a baby on the way. He needs to learn how to do these things on his own.
Which is why I'm here, to teach him. It's called being supportive.
No, it's called enabling. He's married. He needs to get it together before Emily gets back, or he'll collapse the first time the baby cries.
You are so dramatic. But you know what? I just had the best idea ever.
That's never a good sign.
Let's have Jason move in with us.
What? No, that's not what I meant.
But think about it. No more me leaving every weekend. No more worrying about whether he's eating actual food. You get to have me home, and I get to keep helping him. It's perfect.
Sherry, this is our house. Ours. You don't just move your brother in like it's a college dorm.
I already texted him to feel it out. He said, and I quote, "Oh, okay," which I think is promising.
You're insane. This is completely insane.
Relax. If you stopped being so territorial, you'd see how practical this is. It's just family.
You do realize you're married, right?
Duh, and I'm still allowed to love my brother. Some people would call that admirable.
Hold on, I need to find a pillow. I'm gonna scream my lungs out, and I don't want to scare the neighbors.
Then do it before he gets here. I'm already picking out which towels to give him.
Hey, Nate! Sorry to message out of nowhere, but do you have a minute? There's something I need to talk to you about. Yeah, sure, man. What's up? Everything okay? Man, let me tell you what. Things are anything but okay right now. That's why I'm reaching out. Do you think you could come by my folks' place tonight? Your parents' place? That's kind of out of the blue. Could you be more specific about what's going on? It's nothing bad. Not directly involving you anyway. I need to talk to you face to face. It's about Sherry. Yeah, I figured she's what this was about. She's been playing house at your place so often, I'm surprised she doesn't have her own drawer. You don't have to tell me, dude. I've noticed. But this isn't just me venting about my little sister bugging me too much. Things are way out of hand. It's gotten to a point where I can't keep ignoring it. All right, well, that sounds ominous. Look, I know this is a tough situation for you, so if it makes you feel better, you can bring your brother or your folks. I don't want you walking into anything uncomfortable. I just need someone else to see the situation for what it is. You're starting to really worry me. What exactly is going on? I don't want to say too much over text since it's a long story that requires a lot of explanation. But you need to understand, it's worse than you think, like a lot worse. So it's not just her obsessing over your laundry and scrubbing your floors like she's auditioning for sister-wife status? No, it's past that. You'll understand what I mean when I show you. Okay, all right. I'll head over in a bit. You sure your parents are cool with this? Yeah, they know. And Nate, please, don't tell Sherry about me messaging you about the visit to my parents' place. Nothing, okay? She's gonna ask why I'm out. What should I tell her? Make something up, please! If she finds out, then this is just gonna go from bad to worse. Hell, man, I'm pretty sure we're already way past worse. Well, if you put it that way, then I guess I have no choice but to take you seriously. I'm on my way now.
So, I assume this silence means you're cool with everything?
Cool with what exactly?
Jason moving in, obviously. He'll be here tomorrow evening. I already told him yes.
You what?
Nate, don't start. It's been days. You didn't object, so I moved forward. It's called progress.
No, it's called bulldozing. You decided something huge without even having a real conversation about it.
I did have a conversation. You were just too busy sulking to engage.
Sherry, we don't have the room. That space you're picturing him taking, that's my home office now. I work in there every day. You want me to set up my laptop on the kitchen counter?
Then he won't take the office. Jason and I will just share my room. Problem solved.
What? Are you hearing yourself? You're seriously suggesting bunking with your brother as a married woman?
Oh my God, stop being weird. It's not like we're strangers. We shared a room growing up. It's fine.
No, Sherry, none of this is fine. You're acting like this house is your childhood dollhouse. You can't just rearrange people and things however you like.
I hate to remind you, but it is my childhood home. I grew up here. So did Jason. So yeah, I can totally do whatever I want with it.
Not anymore. That stopped being true the day your parents handed it over. You remember that day, don't you?
They didn't hand it over. You just assumed responsibility for a few bills or something. That's different.
No, Sherry, that's not what happened. They transferred the deed, the title, the mortgage, the tax responsibilities, everything. My name is on every single legal document attached to this house.
You're lying. My parents would never do that without telling me.
They did tell you. You were sitting right there at the kitchen table when we talked about it. Your dad said, and I quote, "Since Sherry isn't working, it'll make everything simpler if you take over everything." Then after he said that, you nodded and said, "Sure, fine, whatever, I don't care."
No, I would have remembered that. That wasn't about ownership. It was just a formality.
That's the thing about formalities, Sherry. They're formal. You signed the paperwork, our lawyer was present, it's all official.
You don't know what you're talking about. Just because your name is on some paper doesn't mean it's not still mine.
Legally, it means exactly that. This is my house now. You don't get to invite your brother to move in without even asking the owner.
Jason already ended his lease. It was up for renewal anyway. His landlord was raising rent, and honestly, this is a much better setup for him.
No way, Sherry. You convinced him to cancel his lease without even checking if I was okay with it?
I didn't convince him. I just gave him an option, which he accepted, and now he has nowhere else to go.
That sounds like a you problem.
Don't be so cold. He's my brother, my only sibling. He's family. What kind of person turns away family?
One who's been blindsided, manipulated, and steamrolled.
Oh, please, stop acting like I plotted some coup. He's showing up tomorrow with a suitcase and his laptop. It's not that deep.
It is that deep. You're trying to erase our boundaries and play house with your brother. And the worst part is you genuinely think it's normal.
Maybe it is normal, and you're the one being territorial and selfish.
Selfish? For expecting my wife not to unilaterally move her brother into my house and share a bedroom with him?
You keep calling it your house like I'm some squatter. Newsflash, Nate, it's still the place I was raised in. My childhood photos are still in the hallway. So yeah, Jason has every right to come back. And whether you like it or not, he's coming.
That's not your call to make.
It is when he has nowhere else to go. So unless you want him sleeping in his car, I suggest you get over yourself and make space. Because this is happening. Period. Nate? What the hell is going on? Why is our house listed for sale online?
Oh, that's an easy one. It's because I sold it.
Excuse me?
I sold the house and moved out.
You what? You can't just sell the house. Jason's supposed to move in today.
Yeah, I'm aware. That's why I left yesterday.
Are you insane? Where am I supposed to go? Where is Jason supposed to go?
Jason's not coming.
Shut up. Yes, he is. He's bringing his stuff this afternoon. I cleared out a bunch of closet space for him.
He's not coming, Sherry. He's on a train with Emily heading out of state.
What are you talking about? He and Emily were supposed to be getting divorced. I know they were. Jason was filling out a bunch of paperwork.
Yeah, that was just a cover story, which you apparently bought, hook, line, and sinker. What actually happened was that Jason is legally changing his last name. He's taken his wife Emily's name.
That doesn't make any sense.
It would if you weren't so deep in your fantasy. They're still married, stronger than ever, and they're done with you.
No, that's not possible. Jason wouldn't just disappear on me.
He totally would, and he did. And in all honesty, after seeing the texts you sent Emily, I don't blame him in the least.
Wait, what texts?
Don't play dumb. The ones where you called her a parasite, a homewrecker. Ring any bells? You told her she stole your brother from you, that she didn't deserve to be part of the family.
I was just being emotional. She took him from me.
No, she married him. That's not theft. That's adulthood. And even if you're his sister, threatening his wife makes you his enemy.
You are so full of it. Jason would never choose her over me.
Ideally, he wouldn't have to make such a choice, but you forced him to. And now he's gone. He told me to tell you one thing for him before he left. He hopes you get help. That's it.
He He told you that?
Yeah, that and that you would never find out where they were going. They're done giving you access to their lives.
This can't be happening.
It is. And for the record, your parents knew about the house sale. I sat down with them and explained everything. They were surprisingly understanding.
You told my parents before you told me?
I didn't need your permission. It's legally my property, remember? And I figured they had a right to know where their daughter would be once this all exploded.
So where are you now? Where did you go?
I'm not telling you.
Nate, you can't do this. I'm your wife.
Not for long, you're not.
What are you saying?
I'm mailing the divorce papers tomorrow. I wanted this to be a conversation, but you made it a war zone.
This isn't fair. You're just abandoning me after everything we've been through together.
No, Sherry. You abandoned us the second you decided Jason came first. You stopped being my partner and started using him as your emotional crutch.
But I don't know where to go. What am I supposed to do now?
I imagine your parents are pulling up around now. They offered to take you in temporarily anyway.
You set that up?
Let's just say they're not thrilled with how things turned out, but they're not heartless, unlike you.
You can't just vanish. You can't erase me.
Watch me.
At least tell me where you're living. I deserve to know.
Nope, you don't. You gave up that right. This ends now, Sherry.
Nate, don't do this.
Goodbye. "10 minutes after our last message, her parents pulled up and took her away. She didn't even have a bag packed. She just stood there in the driveway, stunned, like the world had cracked in half and no one told her it was coming. I filed for divorce the next morning. No alimony, no drawn-out court fight. It wasn't adultery, it was obsession, and I had the receipts to prove it. Jason never spoke to her again. That was the part that hit her hardest. Her beloved brother, the center of her warped little universe, gone without so much as a goodbye. Her parents didn't coddle her. They sent her to some live-in work program 2 states over, something strict, physical, and humbling. A few days later, I got a wall of text, a weird, rambling poem about forgiveness and fate and how stars realign after the fall. I didn't reply. I changed my number instead.
Sydney! Hey, listen to me. You're not gonna believe this. Good evening, Melissa. I'm already off work. What's the emergency? Oh, come on. Don't be so stiff. Talking about work after hours. How boring can you get? Seriously, loosen up a little. Right. So what is it this time? Guess what? I had another cute little after-work date with the CEO today. Uh-huh. You and the CEO again? Yep, he even called a taxi just for me. Can you believe it? Made sure it dropped me right in front of my apartment door. Interesting. Though, wasn't today the day he had that important dinner meeting with a client company's president? Pretty sure I heard him mention he was getting a car because of that. Oh, Sydney, you're so naive. That was obviously just a cover. A clever little excuse from him to hide his true feelings. It's his way of pretending it's all business when, in reality, he wanted to make sure his future wife, that's me, by the way, gets home safe and sound. Classic CEO playbook. If you say so. You just don't get it, do you? He doesn't even have to try so hard. My heart already belongs to him 100%. But it's cute that he's still putting in the effort, right? Sure. Whatever helps you sleep at night. And you know what really ticks me off? That gloomy loser from General Affairs. Gloomy? Wait, do you mean Riley? Obviously, who else? Seriously, does he not know the company allows casual attire, not tragic fashion disasters? All he ever wears is Gap from head to toe. It's like he's trying to make a statement about being invisible. Is Gap not acceptable now? I shop there all the time. That's different. You're a girl. For guys, especially working adults, they should at least sport one luxury brand item minimum. It's basic social currency. A man's value is directly tied to his brand power, don't you know? You seem oddly passionate about that. Because he's so delusional. Can you believe he actually thinks he has a shot with me? Ugh, as if. Like I'd ever stoop so low. Guys like him should stick to their dark little corners and stay there. I'm pretty sure he's never explicitly said he liked you, but okay. Doesn't matter, I can tell. I mean, look at him, always sneaking glances at me when he thinks I'm not looking. It's pathetic, honestly. Not that I blame him. I mean, who wouldn't fall for me? But still, know your place, right? If you say so. That's why when you compare him to the CEO, it's laughable. Today the CEO was head to toe in his high-end suit. I bet he picked it just to look extra dashing when dropping me off. Such a gentleman, right? Wasn't that outfit specifically for the dinner meeting? Melissa, you can't be serious. Obviously, the meeting was just an excuse. You need to learn to read between the lines, girl. You're always so cold and logical. Maybe you're just jealous the CEO's into me and not you. Jealous? Of your fantasy? Sorry, but I actually have a boyfriend, remember? I'm not exactly looking elsewhere. Oh, sure. Keep telling yourself that. Denial is such an unattractive color on you. Right. Well, on that note, I really should be going. I have people to meet. What? Already? But I haven't even told you the best part yet. Come on, stay a little longer. I promise it'll be worth it. No offense, but I have enough real-world problems to deal with tonight. I don't have the bandwidth for your CEO fairy tales. Jeez, you're such a buzzkill. Well, whatever. I guess I'll just message the CEO now and thank him properly. He's probably still at that dinner meeting. Exactly why I need to strike while the iron's hot. As the future CEO's wife, it is my duty to always be on top of things. Never hurts to remind him how thoughtful I am. You do you, but seriously, I'm logging off now. Enjoy your little fantasy world. Oh, Missy, you're just playing hard to get. Fine, I won't keep you. But you better be ready for all the juicy updates tomorrow at the office, okay? Sure, I'll prepare my best fake smile. That's the spirit. Later, girl. Hey, let me guess. Did the CEO finally unload his frustrations on you?
Bingo! About an hour's worth of venting on the phone non-stop.
Oh man, you've got my sympathy. That's brutal.
Right? I mean, I get where he's coming from, so I tried to listen without rolling my eyes. But seriously, today's Sydney meltdown, that was next level ridiculous.
Tell me about it. I even got dragged into her delusional little love fest via text.
Sorry, dude. Poor you. You know, the CEO just wanted a cab to the client dinner, right? But Sydney thought it was a personal chauffeur service just for her to her house.
Yeah, I heard the whole saga. Apparently she just hopped in the moment the CEO got in, didn't even ask. She told the driver her address like she owned the place.
Exactly, and she wouldn't even let the CEO speak up. I guess she grabbed his hand and started gushing about their special connection. The poor guy couldn't even get out of the car. He told me he was this close to missing the client dinner because he couldn't physically escape from Sydney.
Jesus. He has told her, right? That he's not interested? I mean, officially told her.
Yeah, multiple times. Doesn't matter, though. It's like she's wearing invisible earmuffs. Nothing gets through. After his SOS call tonight, the whole office is kind of scrambling to figure out how we can, I don't know, deprogram her? But she's like a fortress of delusion. Nothing penetrates.
No kidding. I've tried subtly hinting at her before, tried to let her down easy, you know? But if you push too hard, she goes full hysterical meltdown and makes it everyone's problem. And if you sugarcoat it, she just twists the words into more fantasy fuel. Her brain's wired to filter reality into, I don't even know what, pure fiction?
You're not wrong. No matter how you phrase it, she spins it her way.
Oh, and there's something else I figured I should probably let you know.
Huh? What now?
Sydney, she's under the impression you're into her.
Excuse me?
Yep, just got a message from her earlier today where she casually dropped that bomb. She was like, well, you know Riley's been into me for a while now. Like it's common knowledge.
What the actual hell? Where the hell did that come from?
Beats me. I can't even imagine how her brain connected those dots. Probably just more of her everyone wants me, I'm such a catch routine. I don't think she actually wants to date you, though. It's more about feeding her ego.
That somehow makes it worse. The fact that she's making up admirers to inflate her self-image. God, it's disgusting. And why me, out of everyone?
Well, don't take it personally. She's in her own little world. And in that world, anyone who so much as makes eye contact is apparently smitten. You just happen to be the latest victim. Honestly, I'd say best approach is to ignore it. If you challenge it head on, she'll just go nuclear and start dragging it into work meetings.
Yeah, I hate how right you are. Best to leave that bomb ticking and just stay out of the blast radius.
Exactly. And honestly, everyone around here knows what she's like. Even if she tries to tell people you're pining after her, no one is going to buy it. They'll just roll their eyes and laugh behind her back. You're safe.
Yeah, I guess. Still leaves a bad taste in my mouth, though.
I hear you, but hey, silver lining, soon we'll be announcing our engagement to the company. Once that's public, maybe she'll finally find a new fantasy victim.
Yeah, can't come soon enough. Let's just hold out until then.
Hey, Melissa, guess what? I came up with this super fun game just now. Fun game? Should I be worried? Remember yesterday's office drinking party? You know, where I ended up stuck with that lame punishment from the lottery? Punishment? I thought that was just deciding on 3 possible venues for the newbie welcome party and sending the choices to the office group chat. It wasn't even supposed to be a punishment, just an administrative role. That's totally a punishment, don't you think? I mean, come on, that's such a boring backstage job. I'm practically the future wife of the CEO, Melissa. Meaningless chores like that? Not exactly my vibe. So, I made an executive decision. I'm changing the punishment. Wait, what? What exactly are you planning to do? When you say punishment game, there's only one thing that truly fits the bill. A fake confession prank, duh! A fake confession? You're not serious. Totally serious. You know the drill, right? Confess to someone, get them all flustered and happy, and just when they're floating on cloud 9, bam! Surprise! It was a punishment game all along. Classic, right? Come on, it'll be hilarious. No, it won't. That's not funny, Sydney. That's just cruel. Oh, lighten up. Think about it. They get confessed to by me. It's basically giving them the best day of their life, even if it's just for a minute. I'm basically doing them a favor. They should be thanking me. Sydney, who are you even planning to pull this on? Obviously, Riley. What? Come on, it's obvious. Have you seen how chummy Riley's been with the CEO lately? Don't you think it's like some sad attempt to get my attention? I mean, I'm the one who's going to marry the CEO after all. You think Riley's trying to get your attention? Really? Totally. It's like this desperate, awkward, look at me too thing, you know? Kind of adorable in a pathetic way. I think you might be overthinking this or misreading massively. Melissa, please. You wouldn't understand the burden of being as popular as I am. It's exhausting having to fend off all those low-key love attacks, but I've decided it's time. It's time to do Riley a favor and give him a clean, decisive goodbye ritual. You know, so he can finally move on and stop clinging. Sydney, seriously, stop. You can't do this. It's not just childish. It's humiliating for Riley. Don't you have an ounce of empathy? You're taking this way too seriously, girl. It's just a joke. Better to end it now before he starts getting all clingy and complicates things for me at work. You You're really going to go through with this, aren't you? Of course, it's a punishment game, Melissa, and I always follow through. I'm a woman of my word, after all. It's like a matter of pride. Fine, but at least wait 20 minutes. Huh? Why? Riley's still working. If you pull this prank while he's swamped, it's going to cause even more chaos. Oh, right. He's still on the floor, isn't he? Okay, I'll be generous. I'll wait 20 minutes. Then I'll slide into his messages and deliver the most dramatic, heart-pounding confession of his life. This is going to be so good. You better be ready to see history in the making, Melissa. I'm not sure I want to see that train wreck, Sydney, but I guess I can't stop you, can I? Nope. Sit back and enjoy the show, sweetie. Riley, done with work yet?
Good evening, Sydney. Is there something I can help you with?
Jeez, you don't have to be so stiff with me, you know.
Is there a reason I shouldn't be? You're still technically my senior at the company, and I'm responding as I always do.
Oh, come on. Actually, I messaged you tonight because I thought it was finally time to respond to your feelings.
I'm sorry, what exactly are you talking about?
Shh, don't say anything yet. Let me say it, okay? Let me be the one to put it into words. I like you, Riley.
What?
You're shocked, right? I mean, who would have thought we were secretly into each other all along? But that's what it is. I can't hold back anymore. My heart's practically bursting. So what do you say? Let's stop wasting time. Come over to my place right now. Let's become one.
I'm on my way. Like hell I am. Full rejection activated.
Huh?
Sorry to crush your little fantasy, but no thanks, Miss Delusional. I already knew about your little punishment game.
What? That can't be. Melissa was the only one who knew. Oh, don't tell me.
Yup. Melissa tipped me off earlier. Apparently you've been running your mouth about your little prank plan.
Melissa! Oh, that snake. She's just jealous, isn't she? Jealous that I'm so popular?
Wrong again.
What's so wrong about it?
Melissa found out you were plotting some pathetic prank on her fiancé. She did what any reasonable person would do. She warned me.
Fiancé? What did you just say?
You heard me right. Melissa and I are engaged. We'll be announcing it to everyone at work soon enough.
What? No way. You're just messing with me, right? You like me, don't you? You always did.
Where on earth are you getting that from? I've never had even a sliver of romantic interest in you.
Then why are you always buddy-buddy with the CEO? That's obviously your way of showing off to me, right? You wanted me to notice you.
Not even close.
Then what is it?
Because the CEO's going to be part of my family soon.
Huh? What are you talking about?
The CEO's getting married next spring.
Yes! Finally he's going to propose to me! I knew it was coming!
No! The CEO's fiancée is Melissa's older sister.
What?
They've been together for 7 years now. They always planned to announce their engagement in the CEO's 3rd year of tenure, which is next year.
7 years?
That's right. Sorry you had to find out like this, but I figured someone had to finally burst your bubble.
But no one ever told me.
Why would they? You're just a regular employee. They don't owe you their private life updates.
Just an employee? How dare you?
It's the truth, Sydney. The CEO treats everyone kindly. He praises all of us when we do good work, but you took those words and twisted them into something they're not. Honestly, if you paid even a little attention to how the CEO handles people, you'd have realized he treats you exactly the same as everyone else. No more, no less.
No, that's not true. I know what I felt. He always said such nice things to me.
He says nice things to everyone. And just so you know, the CEO's been venting to me for a while now about you. He's been seriously stressed out because you won't stop throwing yourself at him.
Liar.
He's been carrying stomach meds around because of you, Sydney. That's how much you've been pushing him to his limit.
Stomach meds? No way.
And since we'll soon be making our engagements public, let me make this crystal clear. Leave the CEO alone, for everyone's sake, including yours.
Wait, what about my seat as the future CEO's wife? That was supposed to be me.
That seat was never yours to begin with. You just convinced yourself it was.
You can't do this to me. You can't just cut me off like this.
This conversation is over. Good night, Sydney.
The very next day after that whole incident unfolded, the office atmosphere took an even more dramatic turn. When the company president arrived at work that morning, Sydney was already there, waiting for him by the entrance, visibly distressed and desperate. From what I later heard, she had been waiting there for quite some time, pacing nervously and rehearsing what she was going to say, her expression a mixture of panic, frustration, and denial. It seemed that some of what Riley had said to her the day before had finally started to sink in, though clearly she was still clinging to the remnants of her own warped narrative. Up until then, she had somehow convinced herself that everyone around her was just misunderstanding her pure intentions, and that she was being victimized by gossip and jealousy, and that the president, of all people, would surely recognize her worth if she only explained herself properly. But this time, reality hit her square in the face. The president, who up until then had shown remarkable patience, perhaps even too much leniency, with her increasingly erratic and disruptive behavior, was firm, clear, and absolutely uncompromising. His words left no room for interpretation, no cracks through which Sydney could squeeze in her fantasies. He told her flat out that her behavior had crossed the line, that her actions, what she tried to dismiss as harmless affection or office jokes, were entirely inappropriate, disruptive, and frankly embarrassing to the company. Apparently, those words, spoken in such a direct and formal tone, finally managed to pierce through the thick fog of denial she had wrapped herself in. Right there in the office lobby, in front of other employees, she collapsed onto the floor, sobbing uncontrollably, as if the world had ended. No one moved to comfort her. At that point, sympathy had long since been eroded by months of her one-sided obsessions, her bizarre stunts, and the chaos she had created for everyone. And it wasn't just the confession prank. Her misunderstanding of social boundaries had been escalating steadily. From unsolicited gifts, personal messages, and unwanted physical proximity to more disruptive behaviors that interfered with workplace dynamics, Sydney had become a ticking time bomb of HR violations. The president, taking into account not just the immediate scandal, but also the long-term impact on the company's morale and operations, issued her a final non-negotiable ultimatum. One more misstep and she would be dismissed. No warnings, no discussions. She was already on thin ice, and she had no more chances left. Surprisingly, for the next couple of months, Sydney seemed to calm down. Perhaps the public humiliation, combined with the president's clear stance, forced her to retreat into herself. People started to relax a bit, hoping that maybe this time she had finally learned her lesson and would quietly mend her ways. But, of course, it wasn't meant to last. About 2 months later, she latched onto a new obsession, an 18-year-old fresh out of high school recruit who had just joined the company as a trainee. And once again, her delusions resurfaced with a vengeance. Ignoring the obvious age gap, the boy's discomfort, and the whispers from colleagues, she began showering him with attention, trying to monopolize his time, even going as far as waiting for him outside his apartment complex. Things escalated quickly, and it didn't take long before the young employee, clearly terrified and overwhelmed, reported her to the police. There was no more room for the company to cover for her or to protect her from herself. This time the law got involved. The incident turned into an official harassment case, and Sydney was immediately terminated. Her employee badge revoked, her desk cleared out under supervision. After that, she vanished from the professional circles entirely. What I heard later, through the inevitable gossip vine, was that she was taken back to her hometown, a small rural area far from the city lights she had once aspired to bask in. There, in a move that felt both desperate and calculated, she became the second wife of a man in his 50s, an arrangement her family had likely brokered in a frantic attempt to offload her, considering her now infamous reputation. It was said that this man had been divorced twice before and had no children, but needed someone to care for his aging parents and manage his household. And so that man became the only person she had left.
Hey, Harry, just checking in. Will you be able to make it to the wedding tomorrow without any issues? Hey, Jack. Yeah, everything looks good on my end. Thanks to you picking a fully accessible venue, I won't have to worry about a thing. Having a wheelchair-friendly space makes a huge difference. It means I can actually enjoy the day without stressing over logistics. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. I talked to the planner about accessibility the moment we started looking at venues. Honestly, I couldn't imagine celebrating without you there, and I didn't want anything to get in the way. I really appreciate that, man. I've been to more weddings than I can count where I had to ask someone to carry me upstairs or wait awkwardly outside certain rooms. It's not fun. But this time, I'm actually looking forward to being part of everything. Jack, you're probably in the middle of getting ready for the ceremony by now, right? Harry, I'm just about to arrive at the venue. Don't come. I mean it. Turn around. Don't show up in your wheelchair. Wait, what? What do you mean, don't come? And especially don't come in a wheelchair? Jack, what's going on? I'm sorry. That came out wrong. I didn't mean it like that. No, you wouldn't say something like that without a reason. I know you. So tell me, what happened? The wedding's off. It's canceled. What? What are you talking about? You were fine yesterday. Nervous, sure, but excited. Nothing seems wrong. I know, but everything blew up this morning, and I mean everything. Is it Sarah? Did she call it off? Yeah, she lost it completely, and now she's out looking for you. That's why I told you to stay away. She stormed out of the venue shouting that she was gonna find the guy in the wheelchair and make sure he never shows his face again. It's a mess, a full-blown public disaster. Okay, what the hell is going on, Jack? Why the hell would she be coming after me? I didn't do anything. This doesn't make any sense. I know you didn't. That's why I need you to trust me and stay out of sight for now, please. If you're in your car, just keep driving, or better yet, find a place to park and lay low. I'm in my car, yeah. I haven't gotten out yet. I'm about 2 blocks from the venue. You want me to turn around? Yeah. Actually, if you could go a few kilometers away, that'd be ideal. She's furious and irrational right now. She's using guy in the wheelchair as her compass, and I don't know what she's thinking she'll do when she finds you, but I don't want to risk it. Jack, come on. You're telling me Sarah is targeting me? Like I'm the reason the wedding fell apart? It's complicated and unfair. But in the middle of the fight, when everything exploded, your name came up. Not because you did anything wrong, but because of who you are to me. What do you mean? She said I care more about you than her, that every time something goes wrong, I run to Harry. That when we were planning the wedding, I spent more time making sure you could be comfortable than worrying about her family's seating. She said inviting you at all was a disgrace, and that she was embarrassed we'd have a disabled person at the front of the ceremony. Are you serious? I didn't even know how to respond. I couldn't believe she said it. I still can't. And when I told her that if you couldn't be there, I wouldn't go through with it either, she screamed, threw her bouquet at the wall, and said I was in love with my crippled best friend. Jesus! She walked out after that, ran out, really. and the last thing I saw, she was storming off toward the parking lot shouting your name, asking guests if anyone had seen a man in a wheelchair. It was surreal, like a scene from a nightmare. I don't even know what to say, man. Look, I'm sorry this is happening, but I don't need protecting. I can handle myself. No, you've done enough. I'm the one who should be apologizing. I brought you into this, made you a target, and now my entire relationship is falling apart, and it's somehow dragging you into the wreckage. You didn't drag me into anything, Jack. I've been asking myself the same thing for the last hour. If she couldn't accept the people who matter most to me, how the hell was this marriage ever going to last? It wasn't. You deserve better. Someone who doesn't treat disability like a social stain. I don't care if it's a wedding or a dinner party. If someone can't treat people with basic human decency, they don't belong in your life. You're right. You always see it clearly, even when I can't. So what now? You said you wanted to talk in person. Do you still? Yeah, but only once things calm down a bit. I need to deal with some family stuff first. Everyone's confused, upset. Some people are already leaving the venue thinking it's all a prank. All right. I'll park at the shopping mall near Station A. It's about 2 kilometers from the venue, and the lot's huge. Low chance anyone finds me there. Thank you. And Harry, I know today was supposed to be my big day, but all I can think about now is how damn lucky I am to have a friend like you. I'm not going anywhere. Take care of what you need to. I'll be here when you're ready. Thanks, man, really. I'll be there as soon as I can. I owe you the truth and a proper apology. No need to rush. I've got time. Just take care of yourself first. Hello, this is Harry. Who's calling?
So this really is Harry's number. Perfect. You should recognize my name. Sarah, I'm texting you from Jack's phone.
Wait, Sarah? As in Jack's fiancée?
Bingo. Now tell me, where the hell are you?
Excuse me?
Don't play dumb. The wedding was called off, and it's all your fault.
Hold on, my fault? What are you even talking about?
Don't pretend you don't know. Where are you? You're the reason Jack said he wouldn't marry me. So guess what? You owe me damages, financial and emotional. I'm not letting you slither away from this.
Miss, I think there's been a misunderstanding. I haven't been told anything. So right now, I'm not even sure how I'm supposed to respond to your accusations. I'm honestly just confused.
Unbelievable. You really don't get it, do you?
I'm afraid I don't. If you could calmly explain what exactly makes me the cause of this wedding being canceled, maybe I could respond properly.
Fine. It's simple. It's because you're in a damn wheelchair.
What?
Oh, don't act surprised. You've been glued to Jack's side like some pathetic barnacle for years. A high-spec man like him, a top university graduate, great job, perfect pedigree, and he's still babysitting you like you're his emotional support project. It's pathetic.
Jack and I are friends. Best friends. We've been through a lot together.
That's exactly the problem.
Pardon?
I was trying to free him from you, okay? Today was supposed to be a fresh start. I wanted him to finally let go of you and your clingy little best friend dynamic. That's why I removed you from the guest list. You were never supposed to be part of today.
I see, but why not just say that outright?
Because everyone treats you like some saint. You saved his life, right? That's the story. So you use that like a badge, like some guilt trip to stay tethered to him forever. You play the victim, and he plays the hero. God, it's exhausting.
I've never once used what happened between Jack and me to manipulate him. I don't think of myself as a burden, and I certainly don't demand anything from him out of pity.
Well, I thought maybe he just didn't have the guts to cut ties with you himself, so I figured I'd help him. Get rid of you cleanly. I had everything set. The seating chart, the speeches, the photos, without a single mention of you. And guess what? He lost it.
Maybe because you tried to erase someone who matters to him.
Why? Why would he pick you over me? After everything I did, the planning, the dress, the venue, and then he has the nerve to say he won't marry me because I don't respect the people who shaped his life? What does that even mean?
That sounds like something Jack should explain to you directly.
What?
Jack just arrived. I think it's best if you take it up with him.
Wait, what? He's with you?
Yes, he just parked and is walking over now.
You planned this, didn't you? You're brainwashing him against me, turning him against the woman he was supposed to marry.
Sarah, I didn't reach out to him. He came to me because he needed clarity, peace, and maybe some honesty. None of this was orchestrated, but it seems like he finally saw something in you that scared him.
I didn't do anything wrong!
I'm not here to judge, but if your reaction to your wedding unraveling is to stalk me through his phone and scream about disabilities, maybe, just maybe, he saw the right thing.
I swear to God, if you say one more smug word, I'll...
Sarah?
Jack? Wait, what? Weren't you supposed to be at the venue?
I was. I stood in front of everyone who came to our wedding and explained why it was canceled. I apologized on both our behalves. Then I handed things over to my parents and came straight to Harry.
Wait, what the hell? You left our wedding to run to him? Where even are you right now?
What exactly are you planning to do with that information?
I want to face the person who ruined our wedding. He needs to apologize in person. And after that, I'm getting a lawyer. I'll sue him for emotional damages and lost expenses. This won't end quietly.
You really think some lawyer's gonna take on a case that insane?
Excuse me?
You still don't get it. The one person I wanted most at that wedding, the person I wanted to share that day with, was Harry, my best friend, the man who saved my life.
What are you talking about?
And you didn't just ignore that. You went behind my back and erased him from the guest list.
Because I thought you were just being manipulated by him. Come on, Jack. He plays that whole life-saving friend card so he can stay in your orbit. He's in a wheelchair. You've been stuck helping him for years.
I haven't been stuck doing anything. I chose to be there for him. He never asked for it. I offered, gladly.
Seriously? Are you really saying you want to spend your life tied to a guy in a wheelchair?
Sarah, I think you've fundamentally misunderstood what saving my life meant.
What's that supposed to mean?
Harry got hurt because he pushed me out of the way when I was about to fall from a rooftop. He took the full impact. He could have died.
Yeah, you told me that, but...
And you think that somehow makes me the victim? He lost the ability to walk, and not once has he ever blamed me. He's shown nothing but kindness and patience. He's never guilted me, never demanded anything. I would give him the world if I could. And you're asking me to cut him out of a day that's supposed to mean something?
So you're saying you want him there? You chose to keep him in your life?
Yes! He's my best friend! I love him like a brother! There's no guilt, no obligation, just mutual respect and real history. And you tried to rip that away!
But Jack, you did reject multiple wedding venues because of him. Don't act like that didn't happen.
Yeah, I turned down places that weren't wheelchair accessible because I wanted Harry there.
Exactly. You said no to every venue I wanted. And why? Because of one person. If he hadn't been invited, none of that would have been a problem. We could have had the wedding I actually dreamed of.
You're unbelievable.
What?
You keep calling yourself the bride as if that makes everything revolve around you. But you're not the only one who dreamed of this day. You think I didn't have hopes too? You think I didn't imagine my best friend sitting there smiling, knowing he helped me get to this point?
It's supposed to be my day.
Right, and in your dream day, everyone else has to shrink so you can shine, even the people in wheelchairs.
Ugh, stop twisting this.
Have you forgotten about your own grandmother?
What does she have to do with anything?
Everything!
Jack, don't drag her into this.
She's in a wheelchair too, remember? She hasn't been able to walk long distances in years, and you begged your parents to make sure she could attend the wedding. They told me she'd need full mobility support.
That might have happened.
And I said, great, then we'll make sure the venue works for everyone. We all agreed, you, me, your parents, a fully accessible venue for both Harry and your grandmother. You stood right there and nodded your head, and now you act like I dragged you into something?
I forgot, okay?
You forgot?
I didn't mean... I just didn't connect the two things in the moment.
Then let me connect it for you. This wedding never should have happened.
What?
I tore up the marriage certificate before I left the venue. It's done.
What? Without even asking me? That's heartless.
You really want to talk about heart?
I was hurt, okay? I just wanted the day to be perfect. I didn't mean to...
Sarah, you deliberately excluded the one person who gave me a second chance at life. You cared more about your floral arrangements than human dignity, and now you want me to believe this was just a misstep?
So, what now?
Now, you'll be hearing from my lawyer.
Wait, what?
You'll be covering the cancellation fees for the venue, the catering, the photographer, the guests' travel costs.
Why should I be the one paying? You're the one who walked out.
Because you caused this. You lied, you manipulated, you humiliated someone I love. You made this wedding impossible. You were the reason it ended.
No, it was Harry's fault. If he hadn't...
If you hadn't cut Harry out, none of this would have happened. You are the problem. And I realized I couldn't spend the rest of my life with someone who doesn't understand basic empathy.
Jack, please.
Goodbye, Sarah. I hope one day you learn what it means to care about someone more than yourself. And so, just like that, my best friend's wedding was officially called off. It was a heartbreaking end to what should have been a joyful new chapter in his life. The reason? His fiancée, Sarah, acted with such appalling disrespect during an important family gathering that even Jack's wheelchair-bound grandmother, who had been nothing but kind, was left deeply hurt. Her expression that day, a mixture of disappointment and pain, is something I'll never forget. Jack's parents, who had welcomed Sarah into their home more than once, were furious. It was the final straw for them. When Sarah later came to their doorstep pleading for understanding and help, they coldly turned her away. They told her in no uncertain terms that she was no longer welcome, officially disowning her as a future daughter-in-law. Jack, for his part, took decisive action. He sent Sarah a formal notice demanding compensation totaling $50,000, expenses incurred during their engagement and wedding preparations. Legal action followed. She had no one left to turn to. Friends disappeared, and even her own family distanced themselves from the scandal. With mounting debt and nowhere to live, she ended up taking on multiple jobs, working from morning till night just to survive. At first, I felt a pang of guilt. After all, I was the one who raised the initial concern about her behavior. Maybe, in some way, I helped cause this outcome? But when I talked to Jack about it, he said something that stuck with me. A marriage without emotional connection is a slow death for both people. It's better to endure pain now than a lifetime of resentment. Now, every day, Jack and I continue to push each other forward in life. As friends, as brothers, living fully with no regrets. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Amelia, you're not home yet? It's already past the time you'd usually be back. If you're working late, I can make dinner. Just let me know. Amelia? You there?
Oh, looks like you actually sent me messages. Yeah, sorry about that, but I'm not coming home. No, this isn't your fault exactly. It's just, I got bored of our marriage. Wait, saying that's kind of blaming you after all, huh? Guess it is your fault for not being more interesting. Anyway, the divorce papers are in the drawer of my vanity. Be a dear and fill them out for me at City Hall, will you? Thanks in advance. Bye!
Wait! Amelia, are you serious? I just woke up and saw your message. What do you mean you're not coming back? No answer? Really? You're just gonna drop that bomb and ghost me? You're actually reading this. I can see that you're leaving my messages on read. Come on, Amelia, at least give me an explanation. Say something!
Preston, yoo-hoo! It's me, Amelia. You're up, right? You have to be up by now.
Amelia, are you kidding me? Where the hell have you been for the last 5 years?
Sorry. Okay, so here's the story. Right after we got married, remember that ex-boyfriend from high school? Yeah, him. Out of the blue, he came crawling back, begging to get back together.
You're joking!
Nope, I had lingering feelings, you know? So I thought, why not give it a test run? And, well, he passed. His name's Bob, by the way. He got hotter than I remembered and seemed more mature, so I said yes, we got back together.
So that's why you disappeared? You vanished after a shift at your part-time job, didn't return home, and ghosted everyone. You didn't even go back to your parents. I checked every place I could think of. I missed work. I filed a missing persons report. You know how insane that was for me?
Oh, come on, don't be so dramatic. I just went off the grid for a bit.
That wasn't off the grid. That was full-on abandonment. And when it became clear it wasn't a crime or an accident, that you just left, I filed for divorce. Your parents insisted it was the right call after 3 months of silence.
Oh, that happened?
Yeah, and just so you know, your parents filed a missing persons report on you. You're aware of that, right?
Wait, seriously? Wow, guess things got a bit more serious than I thought.
So, you contacting me now? Does that mean you've decided to come back? If so, I suggest you call your parents. Their number hasn't changed.
Yeah, I'll get around to it. Anyway, where are you living now?
Why?
Well, I stopped by our old place, but someone else lives there now. It's getting late and I'd rather not be wandering around. So, I was thinking I could just head over to your place.
You've gotta be kidding.
What? Why not?
Because you're not my wife anymore. I don't owe you anything. You made your choice when you vanished.
But I'm willing to get back together with you. I'm giving you a second chance here.
What?
I told you about Bob, right? Well, turns out he ditched me the moment I told him I was pregnant.
What?
Yeah, we lived together all this time. We were super careful, but I guess something slipped. When I told him, he suddenly claimed he was already seeing another woman, seriously dating her. Said she was wife material.
So he dumped you and now you're crawling back to me?
Exactly. So now, can you just send me your address?
Absolutely not.
What? I'm pregnant, you know. You're supposed to support me. What kind of future dad says no to his baby's mother?
Future dad? Didn't you just say Bob was the father?
Well, yeah, but he ran off. And I don't want some deadbeat loser to be my baby's dad, so I figured you're better.
What kind of logic is that?
You've got money, right?
Excuse me?
Your dad passed away last year. You inherited something, right? You can't seriously tell me I don't deserve a share.
We were divorced before that happened. You're entitled to nothing.
What are you talking about? I was your spouse. I deserve half of whatever inheritance you got.
No, you don't. Inherited assets from deceased parents are not split in divorce, and you weren't even my spouse anymore when it happened.
What? Seriously?
That's the law.
Okay, fine. Then just let me move in and raise the baby with you. We can get remarried. Problem solved.
Remarried?
You're infertile, remember? Now you have a shot at being a dad. Why not take it? You're lucky I'm even offering.
You're delusional. I am a father.
What?
I got remarried 3 years ago. After 2 years of fertility treatments, my wife and I had a baby 2 months ago.
What? That's cheating.
Cheating? We were divorced.
You just jumped into someone else's arms? I bet you were seeing her even before we split up.
Wrong. My wife moved to the U.S. 4.5 years ago with her family. I met her through work after we divorced. She's the daughter of one of my business clients. Our relationship started years after you disappeared.
Then what am I supposed to do? I am pregnant. I thought for sure you'd be here for me. Can't you just divorce your wife and remarry me instead?
What world do you live in?
Okay, if you won't remarry me, just give me $200,000. That's half of your inheritance, right? Then I'll leave you alone.
Hang on, there's someone I'd like you to speak with.
Oh, so you're finally coming around? I knew you'd see reason. Can't wait to hear your good answer. Hello, this is Michelle, Justin's wife. Who am I speaking with? Oh, you're the woman who stole my husband. I didn't steal anything. I met Justin after he was legally divorced. And from the sound of this call, it's very clear why he divorced you. You're just a rebound. He still loves me. He just doesn't realize it yet. I know exactly what my husband feels. He's sitting next to me, listening to every word. And I promise you, there is no space in his heart left for someone like you. Someone like me? Yes. Someone who faked a disappearance for 5 years, lied to everyone she knew, ran off with an ex, and now comes crawling back pregnant with another man's child asking for money. Let me ask you something. Are you even capable of feeling shame? Shame? I'm struggling. I'm pregnant and abandoned. I need support. Then go to the actual father of your child, or apply for social support. What you don't do is track down your ex-husband and demand hundreds of thousands of dollars based on an inheritance he got after your marriage ended. That's not struggling, Amelia. That's manipulative. You've had 5 years to build a life. You chose not to. And now you've decided my husband is your backup plan? He's not just some backup plan. He's my husband. No, he was your husband. Now he's a father, a committed one, to a child we love, and to a woman who stood by his side, who didn't vanish when things got hard. I've been through 4 surgeries just to carry our child. I've seen Justin cry because he thought he'd never be a father. And now, finally, he's a dad. And you think you can just waltz in and take that away? You are 5 years too late, Amelia.
You don't understand what it's like to be dumped while pregnant.
Don't assume what I understand. But I can tell you this, parenting takes more than biology. You're not entitled to anything just because you happen to get pregnant.
You can't just shut me out like this. I have a child to think about.
Fine. Then how about you come and meet us, and we can all figure this out in person.
Really? I knew you'd come around to wanting to help.
I'll send you the address soon, and Justin will be there.
Yay!
What's this? Justin, why did you just send me a map? What's at this location?
That's where I live now, my current home.
Oh, so you do want to see me after all.
I knew it. I knew you couldn't resist once you heard I was back. Honestly, it's so cute how stubborn you tried to be on the phone, but deep down you missed me, didn't you?
Just answer the question. How long will it take you to get here from where you are now?
Oh, getting eager, are we? Let's see, if traffic's not too bad. Probably just under 2 hours. Maybe even quicker if I skip the detours. Not too far, right?
2 hours. Got it.
Okay. I'm on my way then. Don't go anywhere, okay? Just wait for me, Justin. I'm coming to you now. Hey, you tricked me, didn't you, Justin?
Oh, so you've arrived?
Yeah, I'm here, but seriously? That location you sent me, that's not your house. It's my parents' place. You sent me straight to them.
Yep, that's exactly what I did. They asked me to notify them immediately if I ever heard from you or saw you. So, here we are.
Unbelievable. This was a setup, a total ambush.
You want to talk about ambushes? When you disappeared 5 years ago without a single word, who do you think had to face your parents? They came to me over and over again apologizing like it was their fault. They blamed themselves for how you turned out. And you know what happened? They were so crushed by what you did, not just to me, but to them, that they couldn't even bear to stay in that town anymore. They moved, Amelia. They packed up and left just to escape the shame and whispers.
I didn't know.
Of course you didn't, because you didn't care enough to look back. Not even once.
Okay, I get it, but that doesn't mean you had to dump me right into their laps like this. What are they even going to do?
That's not really my concern anymore, but I'll tell you one thing that is my concern. I'm filing a claim for damages. You'll be receiving a formal request for compensation soon. Consider this your official notice.
What? Wait, what? Compensation? You mean, what, alimony? Why?
Not alimony, damages, pain and suffering. You left without explanation. I was your husband. You didn't just walk out on me, you vanished. I missed work, I filed police reports, I stayed up nights thinking something had happened to you. You left me to rot in confusion and shame.
But I didn't mean for all that to happen. I just needed space.
You needed space, so you ran off with another man and started a whole new life without telling anyone. And now, 5 years later, after getting dumped by that same man, you think you can just waltz back into my life guilt-free? Get real. You're gonna be held accountable, Amelia. Maybe not for leaving, but for how you left. For what it did to the people around you. To me, to your parents.
You really mean it? You're not bluffing?
Dead serious. You always thought your looks could get you out of anything, but not this time. You're not going to charm your way past the damage you caused.
Justin, please. I said I was sorry. Doesn't that count for something?
No, because sorry is easy. Facing the consequences, that's the hard part. And it's time you did.
Justin, What the hell is this? You're seriously sending me a formal notice for compensation?
Ah, so the certified letter arrived, right on time.
Stop playing games and explain this. You're suing me for what exactly?
Infidelity, plain and simple. I'm claiming damages for emotional distress caused by your affair.
Excuse me, are you serious? You can't sue me now. It's been way too long. There's a statute of limitations, Justin. You had 3 years to make a claim. It's been 5. Your little revenge stunt is legally useless.
It's cute how confidently wrong you are. You must have Googled half an article and thought you knew the law.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Let me educate you. The statute of limitations for claiming damages from infidelity is 3 years from the day the betrayed spouse becomes aware of the affair. Not 3 years from when it happened. 3 years from the day I found out.
Wait, no, you mean...
Yeah, I learned about your little affair 5 years after you disappeared when you messaged me out of nowhere and spilled your guts about running away with Bob.
No, that's not fair.
Oh, but it is. So guess what? That little confession you thought would smooth things over? It became evidence instead.
You can't be serious.
Dead serious. And you know what else? I waited until you gave birth. Because unlike you, I do care about the well-being of a child, even one I have nothing to do with. I didn't want to stress you out during your pregnancy. So I kept quiet, gathered evidence, spoke to a lawyer, and prepared everything while you were busy playing house with the wrong man.
So you've been planning this all along?
You brought it on yourself. All I did was follow through.
And what, you're suing Bob too?
Oh yeah, he's getting his own letter, but that's not even the best part.
What?
Bob's wife? Yeah, turns out he's engaged to someone else. Didn't mention that, did he? Well, she's filing for compensation too, because according to the law, she qualifies as a victim of infidelity during their engagement. So he's about to get burned from both ends.
He never said anything about being engaged.
You just handed me his full name and history on a silver platter. Bob, my ex from high school, you said. So I asked your parents to dig up their old yearbooks, cross-referenced the name, gathered photos, collected what I needed. Your parents were surprisingly cooperative.
My parents? You got them involved?
They were more than willing. They believe you should finally face the consequences for all the pain you caused. In fact, they've made their own arrangements.
What arrangements?
They told me they've lined up a job for you at a friend's store. You'll be working there once your recovery period ends. They're also gonna manage your paychecks, every last cent, until you finish paying off your debt.
Are you serious?
Very. You should be thanking them, honestly. They're saving you from worse.
You can't do this. I didn't think it would go this far. I didn't even think you'd still care enough to come after me.
I don't care. Not anymore. But just because I let go emotionally doesn't mean I'll let go legally. You don't get to walk away and leave people broken, Amelia. Not without paying the price.
You said you cared about the baby. Why are you doing this now? Don't you feel even a little sorry for me?
I said I cared about the child, not you. And no, I don't feel sorry. I feel relieved that I finally have the means to hold you accountable. The years you stole from me, the betrayal, the shame, this is justice, not revenge.
I can't believe this.
Believe it and get ready, because this is only the beginning. To begin with, let's talk about the consequences faced by the affair partner. Just from that one reckless decision, everything unraveled. He had to legally acknowledge the child born from the affair, file for divorce from his wife, and pay her a hefty amount in compensation. On top of that, there were child support payments for his children from the marriage. In short, his entire life exploded into utter chaos. A full-blown, no-way-back, scorched earth kind of downfall. At work, things have been no better. He's barely clinging on, sitting under constant scrutiny and judgment from every direction. The rumor mill hasn't been kind. His colleagues, formerly his friends, now watch him like a cautionary tale in motion. He goes in every day sweating through his shirt, knowing everyone's whispering about the affair, the divorce, the baby. Still, he grits his teeth and holds on. He can't afford to lose the job. His financial obligations are mounting, and with everything he's now responsible for, quitting isn't even an option. It's a steep price for a fleeting pleasure, but that's karma. And then there's my ex-wife. She vanished with an alarming degree of nonchalance, as if she truly believed she could run from the mess she created. No real plan, no long-term thinking, just a selfish impulse to escape. When we finally tracked her down, thanks to the information I passed along to her parents, she was surprisingly calm about the whole thing. When she was apprehended, her only comment was something like, "Well, at least I got 5 days of peace." No apology, no regret, no understanding of the havoc she had wreaked. She seemed more irritated by her parents' fury than anything else. Apparently, they had exploded on her when they realized the extent of her actions, the betrayal, the irresponsibility, the sheer recklessness. It was as though she couldn't grasp that other people had suffered too. Now, she reportedly shows up to her new job crying almost every morning, mascara running, barely holding herself together. She's facing the reality of a life she wasn't ready for, one far less glamorous than the fantasy she'd been chasing. She's not with her affair partner, obviously. That ship sank the moment their actions became public. Instead, she's living with her parents again, reduced to a kind of sulky adolescence. And yes, she has a child now. A child born of that impulsive, destructive affair. To say I'm worried would be an understatement. Frankly, I don't know if someone like her is equipped to be a parent, especially not under these circumstances. But I've heard from reliable sources that her parents are stepping in aggressively. They're involved in everything: feeding schedules, daycare arrangements, doctor visits. It's basically co-parenting, with the grandparents doing the parenting. I can only hope that their involvement leads to something good for the child's sake. After all, none of this is the baby's fault. The child didn't ask to be born into this mess. They deserve love, stability, and guidance. Things that might be possible if the grandparents continue to take the lead. As for me, I'd be lying if I said this entire ordeal didn't leave scars. There are days when I still wake up wondering how everything spiraled so far out of control. But there's also a quiet strength in knowing that I survived it. I didn't retaliate recklessly. I didn't burn down everything in my path. I handled things legally, responsibly, and with dignity. Something neither my ex-wife nor her partner can say for themselves. More importantly, I've been able to start over. I've reconnected with my children, focused on work, and surrounded myself with people who respect boundaries, loyalty, and honesty. That alone is a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. In hindsight, I can see just how fragile the illusion of a perfect life was. All it took was one betrayal to shatter it, but maybe that's a good thing. Because what I'm building now isn't based on illusion. It's not about appearances or surface-level happiness. It's real, hard-earned, and peaceful. Sometimes peace isn't loud or dramatic. It's simply waking up in the morning and not dreading what's coming next. It's knowing the people around you aren't lying to your face. It's sitting down to dinner with your kids and seeing them laugh without tension clouding the air. I may not have everything I thought I wanted years ago, but I have something far more valuable. Freedom from deception, space to grow, and the clarity to see what truly matters. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Melina, do you have a second?
Hey, Jonah. You're still at work now, correct? What's going on?
This is about that dress for Katie and her upcoming birthday. Your mom wants to know about it. Did you finish up with it yet?
Oh, right. I heard that the dress has been finished up and is ready to go. Next Monday, I'll have the day off work, so that's when I'll have time to head out and go get it. Is there something my mom wanted with it?
You, of all people, know that your mom doesn't really talk with you much, but she told me that this is your first time dealing with a child's dress, right? And, well, she got in touch with me to ask if you'd be able to have everything ready by the time of Katie's birthday.
I see.
And another thing, tonight after I finish work, I'm going back over to my parents' place, and I'll be staying the weekend there.
What? Is there something going on there?
I just heard that my sister is bringing my niece home for once, and I'll be able to see her again. And, well, I can't let a chance like that slip through my fingers, right?
So it's May that'll be coming, right? I see.
What?
It's nothing. I'm just wondering if she'll be asking for more expensive toys this time or not.
And so what if she does? She's my cute little niece, so what's wrong with me treating her to some gifts?
Well, you never really do things like that for your own daughter, Katie.
Well, besides her birthday and Christmas, there's no other important times of the year for her, right?
Whatever, Jonah. Even though I'm bringing this up again, you're still not getting my point.
Huh? Well, so be it. I'm going back to work now.
Hey, Jonah. I just got a call from my mom saying that you went to go and get that dress for Katie.
Huh?
She asked me if I knew anything about you going out to get that dress, and I had no clue either.
Oh, so she contacted you about that? Well, so be it. I was able to at least get it.
What are you talking about? We already talked about how I'd be going out to get the dress on Monday once it was finished. And by the way, my mom told me that you told her you'd be taking that dress and going with it to your parents' house? What the hell are you wanting to do with it?
Actually, today is May's birthday and all.
Huh? May is celebrating her birthday today? Don't tell me you're taking that dress to her so that she can wear it today.
That's what I'm doing, though.
Are you kidding me? I was working on that dress with the help of my mom for Katie to wear at her birthday party next week. Katie hasn't even gotten to try it on yet.
Katie has her birthday on the 15th, right? But May's birthday is on the 13th, which means she gets to come first. I know it's a little early, but this is when she wanted to celebrate. The choice was between saving this for Katie or using the dress right now as a present for May. So I chose May. I'll make sure to give the dress to Katie later, okay?
Hold on a second. Did you ask for us to make that dress for May and not really for Katie?
I already spoke to Katie about this, so it's fine, right?
What? Katie knows about this?
At first, Katie started to cry because she wanted it to be her dress and all, but then I told her that she's not my kid if she acts that way. I had to teach Katie a lesson for acting like that when May said that she wants to wear it too. After yelling at her a bit, she finally agreed to let me give the dress to May.
What the hell? You're a dick, Jonah.
I knew you'd say something like that, and that's why I told Katie to never tell you about it. I made the right choice.
What the actual hell are you thinking, man? How about instead of taking the dress we were making for Katie and giving it to May, you go out and get a different dress for her birthday? You could have even asked us to make one for her too, and we would have.
My sister told me that it would be a waste of money to get May a dress just to wear on her birthday this year. But if she didn't get one, I'd feel bad for the poor girl, all right? That's why I'll let May wear the dress that was meant for Katie.
Don't you feel bad for Katie?
It's not like I'll be giving this dress to May for her to keep, so stop getting all worked up like Katie was.
My mom and I made that dress for Katie to wear. No matter how you look at this, you caring more about May is straight up wrong for you to do.
I just got here, so stop it with all of that whining already.
You really are an asshole, Jonah. I figured for some time now that you had something for May over Katie. But what you're doing now is completely screwed up. Your child isn't May, but Katie. Are you aware of that? Dude.
Would you look at that? May is already dressed up in that cute little dress. So cut it out with all of that whining now. We're gonna start celebrating her birthday now. You and Katie were never invited, so don't even try coming out here.
Even if we were invited, we wouldn't be going there.
Is that right? Hey, Melina. I just got back to the house, but what's up with this divorce paper?
Well, you're home already. I thought that you'd just stay there at your parents' house and get married to your sister so you could have May as a daughter.
What are you going on about? Why would I ever want to do all of that when I already have my own house and daughter?
I'm saying that we don't need a man like you in our family, when you never think about your own daughter nor care about her feelings.
What? Wait, that was never my...
Then why, Jonah? Why would you go out and take that dress my mom and I worked so hard on for Katie and bring it out for May to wear instead on her birthday?
I was just letting her borrow it. And by the way, I brought it home with me for Katie.
Listen, Jonah, my mom and I spent so much time working on that dress because my mom really wanted to make her granddaughter's day by giving her the best dress ever with me. But when you went out and grabbed that dress and then told my mom you would be heading over to your parents' house to go see your niece, you stomped on my mom's wishes and desires.
What? Hey, come on now. I let her borrow it and took it right back afterwards.
You don't have to understand what I'm saying, honestly. All of the people who are trying to help you get out of that messed up mind of yours are wasting their time trying to deal with you. That's why I've had enough. I am going to divorce you now. Both my mom and dad were furious about this, and Katie says that she hates you now.
What?
There's no way you're getting her trust back now, asshole.
Hey, Melina, what the hell is that picture you just posted on your Instagram?
If it isn't Jonah. Long time no see. It's been 2 months now since we had that divorce, so what do you want from me?
I'm talking about Katie's birthday. That dress she's in. The one you just posted her wearing on your Instagram. I can't really see her face, but that is Katie in that picture, right?
Ah, you're on about that? Is there something wrong with this?
That's totally different from the dress that May was in.
Yes, it sure is. That's because my mom and I worked on making a completely new one for Katie. It takes about 1.5 months to make a dress sometimes, and so for Katie, she had to wait 2 months before she could have her birthday party. She was finally able to enjoy her birthday.
Why? I gave you back the dress that I had May wear.
Yeah, you did give that one back. After learning about what went down from both your parents, your brother-in-law was pretty upset about what you did, right?
What?
It seems that your sister got around $2,000 from her husband's parents to spend on May's birthday, which included getting her a brand new dress. But that $2,000, it ended up going towards your sister buying herself a new high-end bag, right? And when your sister came crying to you about it, she asked you to get her Katie's dress, right? After that had been found out by everyone in the family, both you and your sister were divorced and lost custody of your kids, right? And your parents disowned the both of you as well?
I never thought that things would end up like this.
And that is why I really don't care about what's happened to you since then, Jonah.
What are you talking about?
Well, there was something else I heard about that really pissed me off to the point of losing all interest in you.
What?
Your brother-in-law asked me afterwards about selling her dress to get some of the money back that his wife, your sister, had taken from him. And so with the help of him and his parents, we sold it, and I gave him the money.
You what?
Thankfully, however, your parents had a beautiful old dress lying around from long ago that they said could be resized and given to Katie for her birthday. And that's where my mom and I stepped in and started to break that dress down and turn it into something completely new for Katie.
And that's why that dress in the picture is totally different?
Yep. My mom and I were forced to make another dress in the end, but the silk from your mom's old dress turned out to be some of the best material ever, and we put it to very good use. So that's the one thing I can be thankful for from all of this.
What the heck? I was forced into giving up a lot of my savings because of my sister's poor spending habits, and now we're having to pay for both Katie's and May's child support, so all of the money I had is draining away. If you had the money to make up a new dress like that, you could have used some of it to help me out.
Hey, everyone has cut ties to you, right? Do you understand what those words mean? Are you aware that you have nobody that wants to be around you anymore?
But Melina, my older sister won't even get a freaking job. After the divorce, she forced her way into this tiny apartment I was forced to get. All day long, she just sits around being lazy and is using up all of the water and electricity. She's also eating all of the food I get within days. She'll even order delivery all the time and use up my money on it. I'm not able to save a damn penny anymore. Why the hell?
I always assumed that your love for May over Katie was due to how much you were attached to your older sister ever since we started to date.
What?
But I guess you really do just let her have her way with you, huh?
Shut the hell up! If you can't understand how hard things are for me, you shut the hell up!
Sure, you don't have to tell me twice.
What?
You just wanted to ask about Katie's dress, right? Any other talk is just a waste of our time now.
No, wait,
I never really cared about my ex's life after the divorce anyway, so you sitting there going on and on about how things are going for you is kind of annoying me.
No, wait a second!
So, goodbye forever.
No, wait, I didn't want to annoy you. Actually, I wanted to ask if you could ask for a little less from me in child support every month. Hey, Melina!
The request to reduce child support came up in the very last moment. At this point, the amount had already been set at the minimum allowable, so the fact that my ex-husband is asking for an even greater reduction just indicates how cornered he must feel. During our divorce proceedings, I sought help from a lawyer who handled everything on my behalf. The lawyer also conveyed a similar request from him, suggesting that I might be the reason for his financial struggles, saying, "Isn't it because he's been pampering your sister-in-law too much?" When this message was relayed back to him, I heard he had a rather stunned expression on his face. It was not long after that, however, that my ex-husband went completely off the grid. While he continues to pay the child support regularly, which allows me to manage my living expenses, I can't help but wonder about his current situation. I suspect he must be doing well enough to afford the payments, yet something feels off. Meanwhile, my former sister-in-law, left behind with no other options, came to the realization that she had to start working to support herself. She accepted a live-in position at a workplace, which must have been a significant adjustment for her. I can only imagine how difficult it must be for her, especially since she's not worked before. The transition from a life of comfort to one filled with the harsh realities of daily labor has been hard on her. Reports indicate that she's struggling tremendously with this new reality. The initial excitement of independence quickly wore off, and she's been crying daily, overwhelmed by the demands of her new job. The hard work and exhaustion are evidently taking a toll on her both physically and emotionally. She's facing a steep learning curve, dealing with responsibilities that she had previously avoided. It's almost as if she's had to awaken from a long, cozy dream into a cold and unforgiving reality. I can't help but reflect on how differently she viewed her life before all this chaos ensued. She once lived comfortably, perhaps a bit too comfortably, thanks to the support of my ex-husband. Now she's facing the consequences of their decisions and lifestyle choices. I genuinely feel sorry for her. The job she's taken is no walk in the park. It demands not just physical effort, but also mental fortitude, and she seems to be struggling with both aspects. It's heartbreaking to think that someone I once called family is now in such a painful situation. Yet, as much as I empathize with her plight, I also recognize that this may serve as a harsh lesson. Life does not always go according to our plans, and when faced with adversity, we often discover strengths we never knew we had. Perhaps this experience will force her to grow and mature in ways she hadn't anticipated. While it's sad to see her suffering, I hope that she eventually finds a way to cope with and thrive in her new environment. On the other hand, my ex-husband's behavior continues to baffle me. One moment, he's pleading for a decrease in child support, and the next, he disappears entirely. It's clear he's under significant stress, and I can only guess the circumstances that led him to this point. Did he mismanage his finances? Did he make choices that put him in a compromising situation? Regardless, he's made it clear that he's unable to handle his responsibilities. The lack of communication from him raises many questions. Is he simply overwhelmed, or is he attempting to escape from his obligations? Either way, I have to keep moving forward. I have to focus on my life and my children's well-being. While his decisions affect us, I can't allow them to define our future. I'm committed to providing for my children and ensuring that they have a stable and nurturing environment. Their needs must come first. Looking back, I realize how crucial it is to have a support system in times of turmoil. Whether it's friends, family, or colleagues, having people to lean on during challenging times makes a significant difference. Although my former sister-in-law may not have had the same network, I hope she finds her footing soon. Perhaps she can reach out to others in her workplace or community for support. It's vital for her mental health to have someone to talk to, someone who can understand what she's going through. In the meantime, I will continue to navigate this new chapter in my life, one step at a time. I know I have to remain strong, not just for myself, but also for my children. They look to me for guidance and stability, and I refuse to let them down. While life has thrown its challenges our way, I remain hopeful that brighter days are ahead. After all, resilience is built through adversity, and I am determined to emerge stronger on the other side of this situation. As for my ex-husband and former sister-in-law, I can only hope that they find a way to confront their respective realities. Life is filled with ups and downs, but it's how we respond to those challenges that truly defines us. Each day presents new opportunities for growth, and I trust that they will eventually come to understand that as well. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching.
Hey, Keaton, is it true that you've started working at a factory?
Huh? Oh, Dan, it's been a while, hasn't it? Since the middle school reunion, I think. What's up?
Forget the small talk, just answer my question. You were working in sales at some big company, right? If I remember correctly, it was one of those well-known, prestigious ones. And now I heard you're working at a factory. Is that true? Like, seriously?
Yeah, you heard right. I started training at a factory in M-Town about 2 weeks ago. It's a pretty solid place.
I knew it! I saw you in your work clothes heading into one of the factories my company outsources to, and you're still in training? So let me get this straight. You're 30 years old and you're a newbie at a factory? You gotta be kidding me. That's just too rich.
I don't really see what's so funny about it.
What's not funny? I mean, come on, you've got a good education, a decent degree, and you worked for one of those big, shiny companies. You probably wore a suit and everything, and now, what, you're in a factory? What kind of twist of fate is that? What happened? Did you mess up so bad they had to kick you out? I can't stop laughing. You went from climbing the corporate ladder to what, the bottom rung of a factory job? That's gotta sting, right? Now you're basically working for a company that's under mine. This is way too good. Man, remember back in middle school, you were always ahead of me, Keaton. Always. You got elected as student council president, leaving me in the dust. Everyone liked you. Even the hottest girl in school had the guts to confess to you. What was her name again? Jessica, right? You had it all.
I turned her down, though. It wasn't a big deal.
That's exactly why it pisses me off, you know? Like, who even does that? Someone like her confesses and you just casually turn her down? You didn't even care. You were always acting like you were above it all. That's the kind of thing that really sticks with a guy. It's why seeing you now in a low-paying factory job feels so damn satisfying. It's like the universe finally gave me a win. Here you are working at some factory while I've got a steady job and a good salary at a better company. It's poetic justice if you ask me. Now you're just a bottom feeder, a cog in the machine. How's that feel, huh? It's gotta suck.
Look, that's not exactly what happened, Dan. There's more to the story than you think, but honestly, after hearing you talk, I don't feel like explaining it to you. It's clear you're just here to gloat.
Oh, what's this? Is that supposed to be some kind of lame excuse? Come on, man, don't act all high and mighty now. I get it, you're just bitter trying to play it cool because you can't stand the fact that you've fallen so far. But the truth is, you're at the bottom now, just like the rest of the losers who can't make it. It's gotta hurt, huh? Admit it! Seeing me doing better than you has gotta burn a little.
You know, Dan, you're exhausting.
Seriously, I didn't leave my old job because I failed.
I left because I wanted something different.
But I'm done with this conversation. You're not worth the effort. Wait, what? You're just gonna walk away? What, can't handle a little truth? I thought you were tougher than this, Keaton.
Nah, it's not about that. It's just that I got better things to do at my time than argue with someone stuck in the past.
So yeah, I'm out. Later, Dan. Hey, don't just walk away from me. Keaton!
Keaton, it's been such a long time. It's Mary from F Company. I used to work at the branch office.
Mary, it really has been a while. I hope you've been well. It's great to hear from you.
I'm doing well, thank you. Actually, the reason I'm reaching out is that I've recently received a transfer order. I'm being moved to F Company's headquarters in M City. While I was visiting your company's New York office to introduce myself and meet the new sales representatives, I was surprised to learn that you're now working at a factory in M-Town. Is it true? Are you finally making the move?
Yes, it's true. It's been a long time coming, but my father finally told me it was time to begin. I'll be traveling around a lot for a while, visiting various locations and learning the ropes. But to start, I'm undergoing training at the factory in M-Town, which is close to my hometown. After this, in about 3 months, I'll be heading to the Texas branch for further training.
I see. Well, that sounds like quite the journey. Sounds like you'll be very busy for the next few months. Well, it's a bit sad that we might not get to work as closely together anymore. I hope we can continue to maintain a strong relationship between our companies. I'm looking forward to working with you, even if from a distance.
Absolutely, I feel the same way. Thank you for your continued support, and I look forward to working together with you and F Company in the future.
Actually, there's something else I wanted to mention while I have the chance. If you're available, I'd like to invite you to something. You see, in just about a month, F Company will be celebrating our 20th anniversary. We're planning a special event to commemorate the occasion, and we would be honored if you could attend as a guest.
Wow, has it really been 20 years already? That's incredible! Congratulations to F Company on such a remarkable milestone. It must feel like such an achievement.
Thank you so much. Oh, we're really excited about it. It's a huge event for us, and we're planning a big celebration. And as someone who's been an important part of our business relationship over the years, we would love to have you join us. How does that sound?
Me? Are you sure? I'm honored that you'd think of me, but I didn't expect an invitation to something like this.
Of course. In fact, your company's senior managing director will be attending as well, representing your company. It'll be a great opportunity to reconnect with him and other industry leaders. You're someone who's played a significant role in our business dealings, so we definitely want you there.
I see. So the senior managing director will be there too. That's quite an event.
Exactly. We're really looking forward to it, and it would mean a lot to have you there.
Well, since I'll be nearby anyway, and it's such a special occasion, I'd be happy to attend. Thank you so much for the invitation, Mary. I'd love to join you for all the celebration.
That's wonderful to hear. I'll make sure to send over all the details about the event soon. I'm really glad you can make it. I know it'll be a fantastic event, and it'll be great to catch up in person.
I'm looking forward to it as well. It sounds like it'll be a memorable evening. Thanks again for thinking of me. I'll see you there.
Absolutely. See you at the party, Keaton.
Take care until then. Hey, what the hell are you doing here? Why are you at our company's anniversary party? This event is for important people, our main clients, stakeholders, and major investors. So how the hell did you get in?
What? I don't understand.
I'm in charge of managing the guest list for this event, and just a moment ago I saw you walking in. But I'm telling you right now, don't get too comfortable. You're not getting inside.
Oh, wait, I see now. F Company is where you work, isn't it?
Ha! You think they invited someone from a lowly subcontractor like your factory? You've got to be kidding me. This party is for big players only. There's no way they'd invite someone like you from the bottom rung. You're from a subcontractor. They don't get invites to events like this. Seriously, what were you thinking? You're really overstepping your bounds.
No, that's not right. The invitation clearly states that all business partners, regardless of their status as prime contractors or subcontractors, were invited. There's no distinction.
Ha! That's rich! You think that just because you're technically a business partner, you belong here? Dude, don't kid yourself. You're nothing but a bottom feeder, and the fact that you're even trying to walk in here is absolutely hilarious. Same old you, always pushing your luck and acting like you belong somewhere you don't.
Actually, I have an official invitation right here. And to clarify, I wasn't invited as a subcontractor representative, but for another reason altogether.
Sure, like I'm gonna believe you. That invitation is probably fake, right? You went to some shady print shop and had it made up to look real. You don't seriously expect anyone here to believe you're supposed to be here, do you?
How about you actually take a look at it before jumping to conclusions? It's a legitimate invitation.
Nah, I'm not wasting my time on fake invitations. Why would I bother looking at something so pathetic? You're lucky I'm even giving you the time of day.
Well, I'm not here alone. My superior is with me.
Oh, you mean that washed-up-looking old guy standing next to you earlier? You think I didn't notice him? What a joke! He looked just like you, another bottom dweller from the lowest tier of society. It's laughable. I seriously can't believe they let people like you near events like this.
Listen, that old guy you're talking about is someone pretty high up at the company, and you should really think twice before disrespecting someone like that. I don't know if you realize it, but you're talking to a representative of a business partner. This kind of attitude could really come back to bite you.
Right, like I care. All I know is this. Subcontractors from low-class factories are strictly forbidden from entering this party. End of story. Now do yourself a favor and get lost before you embarrass yourself any further. Go back to your little factory where you belong.
You're really making a mistake here. I'll just say this. Whatever happens after this is out of my hands, but don't say I didn't warn you.
Keaton, thank you so much for attending our company's 20th anniversary party. We are honored to have you here as a guest.
Mary, thank you. I actually saw you earlier in the lobby near the reception area, but you seemed quite busy running around with preparations, so I didn't want to disturb you. I was hoping to greet you directly, but it's been a little challenging. Where are you right now?
Oh, my apologies for missing you earlier. Yes, things were a bit hectic with the final preparations for the event, but now everything is running smoothly. I'm currently inside the main hall near the entrance to the banquet area. Are you nearby? I can come out to greet you properly.
Well, how do I say this? Unfortunately, I'm currently heading back.
Let's just say it's because of an unpleasant situation at the reception area. I don't think I'm gonna be able to stay.
Wait, what? Heading back? What happened? Did someone say something to you? Please, tell me what's going on. Did someone make an inappropriate comment?
Yes, actually. There's an employee of your company by the name of Dan, correct? He works in the General Affairs Department, if I'm not mistaken.
Dan? Yes, we have a Dan in General Affairs. He's currently handling some of the reception duties for the event, along with the rest of his team. Oh no. Oh, don't tell me he said something disrespectful to you.
Unfortunately, yes. Dan and I were classmates back in middle school, and it seems he still holds some sort of grudge against me. He found out that I'm currently in the middle of training at the M-Town factory and assumed the worst. Without even letting me explain, he started throwing insults, saying things about how I'm working for a lowly subcontractor and that someone like me doesn't belong at this kind of event.
I can't believe this. Oh, I am so terribly sorry, Keaton. That is completely unacceptable. Please, I insist that you don't let this affect your evening. If it's all right with you, I would be honored if you would still join us at the party. I will personally meet you at the reception area and ensure there are no more issues. You are a valued guest, and I will make sure you're treated as such.
Thank you, Mary. I appreciate your understanding. I'll head back and meet you at the reception area. It's just unfortunate that this happened at all. I didn't expect to be treated like this, especially by an old classmate.
Keaton, please believe me when I say that this is not how we treat our partners, especially someone like you. Dan will be dealt with accordingly, but for now, please let me make it up to you by ensuring you have a pleasant time at the party. I will speak to the reception team and make sure everything is handled smoothly.
I appreciate it, Mary. I'll make my way over now. I didn't want to cause any trouble, but I also didn't want to just leave without saying anything. It's comforting to know you're handling this situation.
Dan, what on earth have you done?
Huh? Oh, it's you, Mary, from the sales department? What's wrong? Did something happen?
You kicked Keaton out of the party, didn't you?
Oh, that? Yeah, I did. Some lowly worker from one of our subcontracted factories had the nerve to try and sneak into the party. So as the person in charge of reception, I made sure to get rid of him immediately. He had no business being here.
What were you thinking? First of all, both subcontractors and main contractors were invited to this event.
Wait, what?
And more importantly, Keaton isn't just any factory worker. He is the heir to A Corporation's CEO, the most important business partner we have. He's their future president.
What?
And the person he was with, that was A Corporation's executive vice president.
The executive vice president?
I can't believe this. What have you done, Dan?
But Keaton works at one of the subcontractor factories in M-Town. How could he be?
That factory has been under A Corporation's umbrella for the last 2 years. Didn't you know that?
It is?
Yes, the operations within the factory haven't changed much, so they're still working closely with our company. But the ownership shifted when A Corporation acquired it.
I didn't know.
Keaton is currently undergoing training in different locations to prepare for his future role as the president of A Corporation. As part of that training, he's working in various branches to understand the operations and experience what it's like on the ground level. Right now, he's stationed at the M-Town factory, which is why you saw him there.
No way! Keaton is gonna be a CEO and he's more important than me?
Yes, and because of your actions, you've just insulted the future head of the company we rely on for business.
I didn't know. I thought he was just some factory worker trying to sneak in. I had no idea he was someone so important. Wait a minute. Weren't you from a single-parent household? Huh? Back in middle school, you were living with just your mom, right? You never mentioned having a dad, let alone one who was the president of A Corporation. Well, my parents were both working in different places because of their jobs. From when I was around 10 until I was 15, my dad and I lived apart for about 5 years. What? Why? Around the time my father was offered the position of the next president, he moved to New York for a work assignment. My mother, on the other hand, had a senior position at a local company, and since she couldn't easily quit, she stayed behind. That's why she didn't follow him. When I was ready to attend high school in New York, my mother was finally transferred to the Boston office, which was closer to New York. So now my parents are living together in a nice apartment in New York. No way! I'm pretty sure I explained the whole separate living situation back in middle school multiple times. Wait, what? You had this habit back then of ignoring anything that didn't suit you or conveniently twisting things to fit your own narrative. It seems like even at 30 that hasn't changed. If anything, you've doubled down on it and not in a good way. That's not what I meant. Given your tendency to look down on people you think are in weaker positions, I'm guessing you've been up to your usual antics, haven't you? Well... In any case, the incident at yesterday's party was reported to the higher-ups by Mary, your sales department manager. From what I've heard, that report opened the floodgates. Now there are more complaints coming in about you from other employees and even some of our business partners. Looks like this is being treated as a compliance issue that can't be ignored. That's why you've been put on mandatory leave, right? All you can say is, huh? Shut up! I was working at the main office, and now I'm about to get demoted if I'm lucky. If demotion is all you're facing, you might get off easy. What? Just a guess. I've already received an apology from your company for the incident, and the rest is an internal matter for F Corporation to handle. Wait, so... I've been informed that I'll be notified of the final decision regarding your punishment, so I guess I'll just wait for that. Hold on a second! Stop being so casual about this! Help me out! Help? You? Why? Because we're friends, right? Friends? What part of our relationship resembles friendship? Well, I mean... If you can't answer that, then we're not friends, are we? Wait, please! I'm busy and I don't have time for this. See you around. No, Keaton, wait! Regarding Dan's punishment, to get straight to the point, officially he resigned voluntarily. In reality, he was fired. By the way, F Corp is a local company in our hometown where both Dan and I grew up. As a result, many of the employees are familiar faces, classmates, seniors, and juniors from school. This incident became the catalyst for Dan's bad personality and abusive language to spread throughout the community. Soon enough, even his parents, who were similarly unpleasant, found themselves in a tight spot socially. Eventually, they couldn't bear the shame and left town, abandoning the house where Dan was born and raised. About 6 months after all this, Mary mentioned to me that she saw someone who looked like Dan at a construction site while on a business trip. He was being scolded and carrying materials while sniffling in tears. I can only hope that the tough working conditions straighten out his twisted attitude. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Hey, Brock! Where the hell did you go? Your room's empty. There's not a single thing left. It's like you vanished. Brock, answer me, damn it! I'm not going to waste my whole entire day looking around for where you went. I have to get back to the casino soon as well.
You should have figured it out by now the moment you saw all my stuff was gone. I've decided to move out of the house.
What?
I've already told Mom everything, but seriously, just because I lived there doesn't mean you can dump all the housework on me.
Huh?
It's been affecting my work, so I decided I couldn't stay there any longer.
You quit your job and turned into a shut-in, didn't you? Doing housework is the least you could do. Since you can't contribute money to the house, I figured I'd make you useful in other ways. Just how far are you planning to sink? Look at your brother Mark busting his ass to get an offer from a top company. Why don't you take a page out of his book?
That's the thing. The reason I left my company was to work from home. I'm freelancing now, taking on projects. And that means I can't be home all day doing chores for you.
Freelancing? That's just a fancy way of saying you're a part-timer. And let's be honest, you're not making any money.
Freelancing and part-timing are two completely different things. How many times do I have to explain this? You're not even trying to understand what remote work is about. And besides, you're not working at all right now, Dad.
What?
Yeah, it was around the time I'd been working for about 2 years. You inherited Grandpa's fortune and then quit your job, didn't you? You got all high and mighty, spending way too much, and now you've racked up a ridiculous amount of debt because you couldn't stop living the high life.
You knew about that?
The real mystery here is how you thought I wouldn't notice. And on top of that, you owe all that money to Uncle, the same one who paid for my tuition. Just because Uncle's stationed overseas and hard to reach doesn't mean you can slack on paying him back. Do you realize how messed up that is?
I never said I wouldn't pay him back.
Well, you'd better make sure you do. And that's why I'm going to send you some money for the time being, enough to cover rent and living expenses. But there's a catch. You have to start working. I've already talked this over with Mom, and I told her the same thing. You two need to have a serious conversation and figure things out. But as for me, I'm done. I'm never setting foot in that house again.
Wait a second.
Goodbye.
I can't believe you actually left. You're not even working in the first place. This is unbelievable.
Both parents have no understanding of what it means to work from home. I can't believe you're so out of touch with how the world works nowadays. Remote work is a perfectly normal way to earn a living, and it's becoming more and more mainstream. People don't even blink twice at it anymore, but here we are.
That has nothing to do with the fact that you're not actually working.
I've had enough of this. I'm not even trying to make you understand anymore. I've given up on that. Look, like I said before, I'll keep sending money to help, but only because I don't want to burden Uncle any more than we already have. He's the one who covered my tuition, after all. And for Mark's sake, since he's still in college and living at home, I want to make sure things don't get harder for him. So you better start working seriously.
Brock! Hey, Brock, could you send a bit more money this month?
What? Why? I'm already sending $3,500.
Well, I kind of messed up at the part-time job I started recently, and now I have to pay for damages out of my own pocket.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I guess I'm really not cut out for working after all.
Oh, come on.
I promise I'll find another job soon. But also, starting in 2 months, the rent's going up and utility bills have been sky high lately. You know how it is with water and electricity costs going through the roof? When I put it all together, the only solution is for you to send more money.
I don't know.
Plus, there's still all that debt hanging over us, so I'm really begging you.
Fine, I guess I have no choice.
Hey, Brock, you should really be ashamed of yourself.
What? Dad, you barely ever reach out, and now suddenly you're contacting me just to lecture me? What's this all about?
You've been slacking off on the money you're supposed to be sending lately, haven't you? You think I wouldn't notice?
Wait, what? What are you even talking about?
Don't play dumb. It didn't take me too long to figure it out. It was weird from the start for someone like you working freelance or part-time to be sending us that kind of money. At first, I thought maybe you were just chipping away at your severance package from when you left your job, or maybe you even took out a loan just to keep up appearances. Am I right? But there's no way you could keep that up long term. You're not fooling anyone. I knew sooner or later the well would dry up.
Where are you getting these ideas from?
It's obvious when you think about it, but when I look at Mark now, he's something else. He's doing everything right. He graduated, got a job at a major company this year, and do you know what he's done? He's already started sending us money. It's like you two swapped places. He's stepped up where you've fallen down. Guess how much he's sending us? $5,000, Brock. That's right, $5,000 every month. Mark really knows how to support his family. You should learn something from your younger brother, honestly.
What? $5,000? Mark? Dad, that doesn't make sense. How could Mark, who just started his career fresh out of college, afford to send you that much money every month? And wait a second, what's this about me only sending $5? Where are you getting that from? The $5,000 you're talking about? It's coming from me, not Mark.
You? Are you trying to be funny? You, a part-timer? Don't make me laugh. You're trying to tell me that someone in your position can afford to send that kind of money?
Dad, come on. How many times do I have to explain this? I'm not a part-timer. I'm freelancing. I've told you this before, but you never seem to listen.
Freelancer, part-timer, same difference. At the end of the day, you're still just scraping by. You might think you're doing well, but we both know the truth.
You still don't get it. Fine. How about this? Why don't I just stop sending the money altogether? Would that be better for you?
What?
The money, Dad. I'll stop sending it. You're always saying how it doesn't matter and calling it $5. So if it's that insignificant to you, maybe it's time I stop sending anything.
Go ahead then. Stop sending it. If you think your little contribution makes a difference, then by all means see what happens when you stop. You really think losing $5 is going to hurt us? Come on, Brock, get real.
Dad, I'm telling you, it's not $5, it's $5,000. And you're saying you're okay if I stop? If that's what you want, I'll stop sending the money. But you'd better be sure about this, because once I stop, I'm not going to start again.
You really think we need anything from you? You seriously think losing your tiny contribution would make us struggle? Brock, you've got to stop thinking you're more important than you are. There's no way losing your so-called $5,000 would affect us. We'll be just fine without it, trust me. Mark's already got us covered anyway, so we don't need anything from you.
All right then. If that's how you feel, I guess this is a weight off my shoulders. Not having to send that money anymore is actually going to help me out. I didn't want to bring this up, but lately, the amount I've been sending has been getting out of control. The last few months, I've been sending nearly half of my monthly income to you guys. It's been getting harder and harder to manage my own expenses, and I was starting to realize that this just isn't sustainable for me. I didn't want to say anything because I knew you needed the help, but I've been thinking for a while now that I can't keep this up. But you know, Mark's out of school now, and he's moved out of the house into his company's dorms. He doesn't need me to help pay for his tuition anymore, and it sounds like you guys are getting by just fine with what he's sending. So if you're saying you don't need my help anymore, then I'm gonna take you up on that. I won't send anything from now on.
Good! We don't need your money. It's about time you admitted you were struggling. I knew it all along. You were trying to play the big shot, but you were barely keeping it together, weren't you?
Yeah, you said it yourself. You don't need me to send anything, right? I was planning on transferring this month's money next week, but I guess I'll just hold on to it now. It sounds like you and Mark have everything under control, so I'll stop here.
But...
Nope, no buts. I'm taking your advice and stopping the payments, so thanks for giving me the green light. This'll be the last time we talk about this. I'm done.
Hey, Brock, it seems like this month's allowance hasn't been transferred into my account yet. If you don't send it soon, I won't be able to pay the rent.
Wait, what? Mom, hasn't Dad told you I'm not sending the allowance anymore starting this month?
What? Why not? This is the first time I'm hearing about it.
Yeah, Dad said that losing my allowance wouldn't lead to any major hardship. He also said something about how he didn't need my measly little allowance, so apparently I don't need to send it anymore.
What? Oh, that lazy man who quit his job and spends all day lying around the house has no idea what will happen if the $5,000 allowance stops. Does he not understand the consequences?
Yeah, about that, he seemed to think the $5,000 allowance was from Mark, and that I was only sending $5 every month. He was complaining about it.
Wait, what?
I tried explaining that it's been me sending the $5,000, but he didn't believe me. Mom, do you have any idea why he might think that?
Oh no, I messed up. Hey, you!
Huh?
Is it true that you've stopped Brock's allowance?
Yeah, that's true. Honestly, cutting off a measly $5 isn't gonna make much difference.
What have you done?
Look, let's be real. With such a useless son, what difference does it make? Besides, we have Mark now. He's been sending us $5,000 every month from his job at a major company. So I really don't see why we should worry about Brock.
But it's Brock we're talking about.
What about him?
The $5,000 allowance is actually from Brock.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
Yes.
But you told me that the $5,000 was from Mark and that recently Brock was only sending $5. How does that even work?
Well, Mark told me he stopped sending money.
Wait, what?
He said that living alone in this expensive city makes it impossible for him to keep sending so much money every month.
So the $5,000 from Mark is actually Brock's money?
Exactly. It turns out that the Brock we thought was a failure is actually doing quite well. I don't want to accept that reality.
But Brock is just a part-timer. In that case, Mark from the major company is the one who's successful.
Well, Brock is actually running his own business now. He's a company president.
Huh?
I didn't believe it at first either, but one of the neighbors showed me a magazine with his face on it, and he was featured in a story. He quit his job, went freelance, and then started his own company. I was forced to accept reality after reading that success story.
Why didn't you tell me this before? Why keep something so important a secret?
I did tell you, but you still don't understand the difference between a part-timer and a freelancer, so it ended up looking like Mark was the one doing well. Oh, you've always favored Mark, bragging about him to the neighbors, and now it's hard to correct that image.
Seriously?
Look, more importantly, we need to ask Brock to restart the allowance. If this keeps up, I won't be able to pay this month's rent or utilities, and I won't be able to pay off my debts. I might not even be able to buy the seasonal new handbag.
Right, and I need to fund my gambling next week. I need to contact him quickly.
I really can't believe you didn't understand this sooner. You've been talking about Brock like he's some kind of a loser, while he's actually doing much better than we thought.
It's just hard to believe. Every time we talked about him, it was always in a negative light. I assumed he was just floundering without any direction, not a successful entrepreneur.
Well, that's the mistake we made. We were so focused on what he didn't have that we failed to see what he was achieving.
This changes everything. I thought he was just wasting his time at home while Mark was making something of himself. I didn't realize Brock was actually working hard in his own way.
Exactly. We need to fix this before it's too late. I mean, we could lose our connection with him, and then where would we be?
I'll reach out to him. Maybe we can talk about getting the allowance back on track, but also find ways to show him we appreciate what he's doing.
Yes, that sounds perfect. Let's not wait too long or we might lose him.
I'll do it right now.
Good. I really hope we can fix this.
All right, I'll text him right away. Brock! I heard a lot from Mom. It turns out that the allowance of $5,000 you've been sending is real, isn't it? Now that the misunderstanding has been cleared up, let's put everything behind us and move forward. I need you to transfer this month's payment right away. Huh? Why hasn't he read it? Seriously, Brock? Are you ignoring me? I need that $5,000 from you right now!
Actually, the remittances I had been sending were done in consultation with my uncle as a final act of kindness. He told me that if this doesn't work, he would throw my parents into a place where they would be reprimanded, setting up a 24-hour surveillance system to ensure the repayment of their debts. After all this, he confirmed the current situation where the condition of working for the remittances was not being fulfilled. Finally, my uncle decided to take action. As it stands now, my parents have had their means of communication taken away, and it seems they aren't even in America anymore. I feel a sense of relief knowing that I can leave this to my uncle, as he will handle everything effectively. By the way, my younger brother Mark looks genuinely cheerful now, having finally been freed from our parents' overindulgent love. We've always had a good relationship as brothers, and right now we're living together in a certain part of New York City. We've been discussing how we want to lead solid lives, learning from our parents' mistakes and avoiding the same pitfalls. It's a refreshing change to be free from that chaotic environment, and we're both motivated to work hard and build a future that doesn't involve the same struggles our parents faced. Mark has started working at a major corporation, and he's enjoying the stability it brings. He's learning how to manage his finances wisely, unlike our parents, who made reckless decisions that put them in such a dire situation. Watching him flourish is inspiring, and it makes me want to push myself further, too. Living together has its challenges, of course, but we're committed to supporting each other. We share chores, cook meals, and even brainstorm ideas for side projects we can work on together. Mark has this idea of starting a small business that aligns with his interests, and I've been giving him feedback and helping him refine his plans. It's a breath of fresh air to discuss our aspirations without the weight of our parents' expectations or negativity hanging over us. We both agree that maintaining a strong bond and being there for one another is essential. There's a newfound sense of camaraderie that has strengthened our relationship. Sometimes I think back to how things were with our parents. The endless arguing, the mismanagement of money, and the chaos that seemed to follow them everywhere. I realize now how much that environment impacted us. We spent so much time trying to navigate their issues, often sacrificing our own needs in the process. But now, Mark and I can focus on our own paths. We're excited about the opportunities that lie ahead. We even set short-term and long-term goals to help guide our journey. Every week, we sit down together to review our progress, making adjustments as necessary, and celebrating our small wins. One of our shared goals is to travel together. We've always wanted to explore different cultures, try new foods, and create lasting memories outside of our old life. We've started saving a little each month, and we've already made a list of places we want to visit, like Chicago, Las Vegas, and even some international destinations like Paris or Berlin someday. We often talk about how this new chapter in our lives is a chance for us to redefine what family means to us. Instead of relying on our parents, we're building a family of our own, one based on mutual respect, understanding, and support. It's liberating to take control of our futures, and we're determined not to repeat the mistakes of our past. Having my uncle involved has been a huge relief. Knowing he has my back allows me to focus on my career and personal growth without constantly worrying about our parents' situation. His actions have shown me the importance of having a solid support system, and it's inspired me to be that kind of support for Mark as well. With all these changes, I've also taken the time to reflect on my own aspirations. I've been considering what I truly want to do with my life outside of just making a living. I want to pursue something meaningful that can help others too. Perhaps getting involved in community service or nonprofit work could be a way for me to give back while fulfilling my personal ambitions. In conclusion, while the path leading up to this point has been tumultuous, I believe it has ultimately shaped us into stronger individuals. Mark and I are not just surviving, we are thriving, and I couldn't be prouder of what we're achieving together. Here's to our journey ahead, to the lessons we've learned, and to the lives we will build, one step at a time. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.